Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Primetime MMA Fight Night 9. ICB GreatMist versus God Ate My Pig. Joining me today in the booth is, of course, the boss man himself, Cyrez the Looney. Cyrez, how we doing today?
I'm great, brother, great. I'm hyped for this card. Loving the energy already. We've got killers, well, top to bottom, man. We've got ICB GreatMist, like you said, top of the card up against God Ate My Pig. These guys in a #1 contenders matchup. Winner of this matchup will get to fight Trixie in the next card out, obviously on the next title defense on the Xbox side of things. But with that being said, we've also got a killer co-main event as well with Dark Zyaf making a reappearance back on Primetime up against EK Dyno in that 5-round exhibition match there, brother. All to play for, many great matches.
Such a stacked card, top to bottom. Always a pleasure seeing the matchmakers at work doing the thing that they do the best. And to talk about that co-main event for just a moment, of course, Zyaf was a participant in that $5,000 ESFL GOAT tournament the other day. Was unsuccessful, unfortunately, looking to bounce back, though, in a big way against an incredibly game competitor in EK Dyno. Either way, though, have to give a big shout out to Sick War, the Sicilian warrior, for the raid at the beginning of the broadcast. Sick War, I hope it's nice over there.
Great stuff. Appreciate you, Sick War. That man's fantastic. I was watching his stream yesterday as it goes a little bit earlier on in the day. Man's a bit of a killer on UFC for sure. With all of this being said, Bane, I think it's about that time, brother. We're going to get straight into the first fight. We've got Reaper up against Storm. First fight of the night. Going to be a PlayStation fight to get us started. These guys are going to be in lightweight, I do believe. We know how kind of varied the opportunities are in lightweight, whether you be a striker, whether you be a grappler. Plenty of options there, brother.
155 is a Shark Tank, as you mentioned. Likely seeing a Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus a Justin the Highlight Gaethje. That seems to be the fan favorite right now. The meta would suggest that those competitors at that 155 weight class would be the choice. But like you mentioned, man, there are a ton of great fighters to choose from. Of course, you got the champion, Charles do Bronx Oliveira. Alexander the Great Volkanovski, 145-pound champ, up 10, is a pretty decent addition to that 155 roster. Of course, he has not competed, I don't believe, in the UFC at 155. Could be wrong on that. Don't know the great's history or record. But, you know, looks like we're seeing Poirier on one side and Oliveira on the other.
Yeah, nice matchup there. I mean, Charles Oliveira's got the, well, in fact, they both got submissions, with that being said, but Charles has probably got the edge in the jiu-jitsu department for sure. Dustin Poirier, though, got those very dangerous hands, mate. That sort of power carries through each and every round, so you've got to be very much on your P's and Q's standing across from that man.
Oh, dotting the I's and crossing the T's as well. To get into the attributes, 97 accuracy for the Louisiana, 91 for du Bronx. Big difference in terms of precision. Talking about power, all going to Poirier at 95, Oliveira at 90, but he does have a nice reach advantage over the American. And as you mentioned, the grappling department is his domain. 98 submissions versus 92. However, submission defense equal on both sides at 92.
Very interesting, man. Very interesting. Like you say, the submission defense definitely there for him. I don't think we're going to see too much grappling in the early going, though. A lot of the PlayStation guys got fantastic hands. We see these guys opening up with some nice jabs, kicks to the body.
Big returns there. Each guy missing with the midsection early. Big stick there from Poirier.
You see him trying to attack that body often and early, and already you see Storm blocking the body, trying to keep those hands a little bit lower, but maybe setting up those head kicks a little bit later on, brother.
Good check from Storm, as you suggest, right? Go low to feint, maybe, right? Get them thinking about the downstairs, then you go upstairs. As you saw right there, big attempt by Reaper. Whiffs on the head kick, but who knows if that one will land later on. 3:45 left in the opening round of Primetime MMA Fight Night 9. Good check there from Oliveira.
Starting us out with a bit of a bang. These guys trading back and forth at this point, getting a little bit more momentum on their side, opening up a little bit more as the seconds tick down there, brother. Nice little jab to the face and inflict to the body.
You know, each guy is just taking a pretty pedestrian approach, not sitting on their punches or really staying in the pocket. But look at this big knee up the middle from Reaper. 3 minutes remain. It's sort of a feeling out process, but those legs are getting cooked.
Yeah, they're going to be a little bit problematic if he keeps going to them like that. Lovely, lovely kick.
Beautiful work there from Storm, really taking command as we approach the midway point of this opening 5 minutes. Big whiff there again from Reaper. Needs to shell up the distance management for those big power strikes.
Yeah, we're seeing Dustin Poirier doing a lot of straights to the body as well. He's covering distance with them. Wonder if Reaper's going to try to pick up on that, maybe fire up that uppercut as he's entering the pocket or entering that distance.
Legs getting compromised. 2-minute warning to both competitors. The red corner might be struggling to stand from the stool when we approach the second set of 5. If we get there, Cyrus.
If we get there, exactly, brother. 1 minute 40 on the clock. These guys are firing at each other left and right. Looks like Storm's really starting to take his time and chip away at Reaper. Reaper maybe a little bit frustrated just blocking. I don't know.
Just standing there as maybe the controller's disconnected. Poirier taking a bit of a cautious approach. Who knows? Maybe that's a Derek Lewis, the Black Beast. Draws you in, lulls you down, and then there's a huge overhand coming at you. But either way, Reaper back in the action, middle of the octagon. 60 seconds left in the opening round. Storm with another check.
Honestly, brother, I think he may have just been taking a moment's breather. His block was going up and down, so it looked like he still had his controller in his hands at least, but took a moment to reset, now firing these shots back and trying to get something going in the final 30 seconds of this first round. Still all to play for, a lot of damage being landed, but lovely check.
Massive check from Poirier. Louisiana turning the knee out, and shin on shin action always goes against the one throwing. Reaper severely compromised as we approach the second set of 5 minutes. Great catch there from Poirier.
Yeah, it's looking really, really good over the stretch of that first round for Poirier. He had a couple of lovely leg health events, I believe one on the check, one on a leg kick of his own. Looked to work that body a few times, and he's looking very, very clean. Like you say, Charlie Olives needs to get something going in the second round for sure, brother, for sure.
Something going could be a level change, right? We mentioned the grappling before this fight was underway, and Oliveira does have a massive, significant advantage down there on the map, but not really utilizing it. Good start for him here, going to the body, doubling up on it, Cyrus.
Yeah, you love to see the lead leg kick feint into the body. Keeps your opponent guessing, and it's a nice quick one, but no, firing off in the pocket, man.
Louisiana finding so much success again. The accuracy is in his favor. Very pinpoint precision from the blue corner. You can see him storming away. Is Storm, thunder and lightning flowing from those gloves, Cyrus.
Do you want the thunder? Do you want the lightning? He hooked into the kick. It's working over and over again for him.
Look at this. Reaper just debilitating the standing ability of Storm on Reaper. Big knockdown.
Yeah, Dustin Poirier looking clean. He smells blood. Lovely knee.
Reaper level changes right into a knee, eats it. Now he's down and on the ropes. This is looking bad for the red corner.
How is he going to be able to survive this one? 3 minutes 15 on the clock. Looks like Dustin Poirier's got stamina and takedown defense for days. Those are good leg kicks, but I don't know if the leg kick's going to be enough at this stage. Maybe a takedown attempt as he goes for that. Pull of guard.
Does he get the top mount transition? Yes, he does. Great sweep there from Reaper. This is what he needs to do. 250 to work. Can he make something happen? Storm seemingly really cognizant about the transition game on the ground. Gets that rubber guard. Poirier, beautiful rubber guard right there. What does he want to do with it? Nothing.
Nah,
stops the get up is Reaper.
That's not so great. The rubber guard is a great tool. Both guys have got it, so they're both dangerous off their back. Obviously not so much when he's able to continue to move forward into these half guard positions. That's a nice get up there from Dustin Poirier, though. back to the feet and where he was getting the majority of his greatest work so far done.
Beautiful work, and you have to think Storm feeling really confident in this second set of 5 minutes with that knockdown and all of the attempts. Look at this, momentarily dropped his Reaper. Head health is so low. I have to think, Cyrez, that his ability to change the momentum of this is diminishing. Another level change denied from the American. Oh, big uppercut on the break!
Right now, he's looking clean. Storm is marching forward, landing these shots beautifully. Look at that head kick as well.
He set that up with a beautiful lead uppercut to the body and then went high. Great work from Storm, really impressing Cyrez. I don't know if this is his debut or not, but if it is, the debutant is making a statement.
Yeah, I don't believe he made an appearance on the Grand Prix, but he's looking great so far as Storm. Stepping just out of range of that body kick, answering back, even if it's just on the block, everything's counting, working that block, working the head health, chip damage through it, and you know it's only going to take 1 or 2 more big shots to put him down.
You can see that the uppercut from the break was there from Storm once again. Tried to do it, but wasn't successful. Reaper ends the second round with a takedown. Have to think red corner is down 2-0 coming into this final round.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a bit of a sticky situation here, Bane, because you don't know whether or not you know, his best option is to go for the ground where it's reasonably untested so far. And maybe look for a submission or some ground and pound opportunities, or, you know, does he continue in the striking there, Bane, where so far he's been getting, you know, eaten up a little bit within some of these shots?
You know, you have to think with the head health out of that red corner, it might be time to just go for broke and say, you know what, I gotta make something happen, but look at Storm! Storm the one pressing the aggression!
Yeah, he's not just satisfied with potentially walking away with the decision. He wants a big knockout victory if he can get it. Lovely attack to the body after that missed kick and marching forward, but...
Look at this, though. Reaper having some success in this third and final round, last 5 minutes, and he's trying to make something happen. However, that block is just too low. Great mix-up with the knee on the entry from Storm. Catches Storm on the chin.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of staying patient with it. He's looking to land big shots like that, but...
Check left, rung the bell of the Reaper, got his attention, 3:30 remains. Will we see a Storm stoppage? Big spinning elbow!
Oh, Jesus, he sat him down. How is this still going?
How is Reaper still alive?
Oh,
Reaper,
this has got to be it.
This has got to be it. This has got to be it.
Ground and pound for the finish. Storm!
Oh, that's it. Wow. What a performance from Storm. That blue corner turned red with the blood he was producing. First fight on PrimeTime MMA Fight Night 9 ICB GreatMist versus JakeyB was a banger, Cyrez.
Yes, sir. What a way to start off this night of fights. Monday starting off with a bang as promised. One hell of a performance from Storm. I mean, he looked fantastic start to finish there, Bane, and really started to sit down on those punches coming into that third round.
Absolutely, he did, and that's what we were talking about with the beginning of the fight, right? It was a check chess match for a little bit, but at some point you stop moving the rook and the bishop and you start moving the hands, and that's exactly what Storm did at the conclusion of those 12 minutes. What a beautiful, beautiful performance from the Louisianan out of Storm. And I have to say to all of those curious in the Twitch chat and YouTube, don't know if we're broadcasting both places today, but if you want to join, get in the Discord, start talking, start, you know, connecting, and then express your interest there, and we'll get you pegged for a card.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The guys will sort you out, hopefully, with a Discord link in the chat. We'll get yourselves set up running these events every Saturday, every Monday. Basically, for the last 3 years, my man, and we've been doing fantastic events, top to bottom, always bringing the action. So make sure to get involved if you haven't already. We are moving on to two guys that have been around for quite some time now. BZ Nelson. Gunnar Nelson up against Little Obesity. I know that you're familiar with these guys here, Bane. How do you see these ones shaping up?
You know, at 155, like we just saw, there are a ton of options, a lot of diversity out of that lightweight division, but Obesity is a guy who just bites down on the mouthpiece. I've seen him fight in other organizations. I've had the pleasure to call several of his fights, and I think that when he faces some resistance from the other competitor, that is what motivates him to do better. Some people fold, right? Some people experience adversity and they fold. They can't take it. They crumble. But Little Obesity is a guy that thrives under the pressure. The bright lights only make him shine even brighter, Cyrez.
It's really interesting that you note that, because I was actually thinking much the same about Nelson. Nelson. He is a guy that has had great success in the community over his time here. Any setbacks he's had, he's the type of guy that will drop you a message and just go, I need that one back. That was not my best hand. And you know, he always comes back looking great. He's a really, really aggressive grappler. Very, very dangerous down there. And I know Little Obesity has got a little bit more with the hands. So I think these guys match up very, very well. So interesting to see how this one goes, brother. I think these guys are going Clay Guida, Anthony Pettis, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, look at this. Clay the Carpenter Guida facing off against Showtime, the former lightweight champion, now PFL star, against the mainstay of that division. Clay Guida's been around before MMA was even a thing, I think, Cyrus.
For sure, brother, for sure. The Carpenter's out here still putting on performance. I mean, it's amazing how much that guy can move, and I think these guys have perfectly, you know, picked their characters, picked their fighters to represent their styles. We know Little Obesity's got those hands. He likes to fire them off when he's got an opportunity, and I think Gunnar Nelson's going to be very, very active approaching those grappling exchanges. It's not that he can't strike either, just, you know, people got their bread buttered somewhere, right?
Great respect shown off the rip, and you can see the Carpenter takes it down to where he wants it. Obesity already on his back. Nelson in a world where he wants to be in. Obesity, the Taekwondo kicks don't really have a ton of power when you can't use them.
Exactly, and obviously, as you mentioned earlier there, being Little Obesity is not somebody that's going to wilt the pressure. He got taken down there, he stayed composed, got some nice denials off, back up on his feet, but nice whip from Guida. Nelson looking dangerous.
Coming on strong so early, elbow knockdown, courtesy of those blades on the end of the Carpenter's arms. Forearms are tight in that department, where you can see their big body kick from Obesity.
Little Obesity needs to get something going. Attacking that body's going to be a good job if he cannot get them caught, but so far Nelson's looking phenomenal, brother. He's looking calm, composed, and just very, very dangerous.
Great defense right there from Obesity, but still in a realm that he doesn't want to be in. Carpenter transitions to backside. Can Obesity reverse the position? Yes, he can. 3 minutes with which to work. Showtime standing up.
Now, even though he hasn't had the greatest success so far in the striking, this is exactly where he wants to be, especially with that Anthony Pettis pick. Going to really be able to fully utilize his hands and kicks, but got to be dangerous.
Nelson. So difficult to get that timing down. Oh, big spinning kick to the face, though, right there. Obesity coming alive, but the Carpenter catching him.
Looks like he's just staying really committed to throwing these looping shots or hooked shots, making sure he catches him as he goes for kicks. Nelson needs to go... sorry, I was going to say Little Obesity, I think, needs to go a little bit more hands and a little bit less kicks right now. Nelson's capitalizing on every kick opportunity he's had.
2 minutes remaining in this opening 5 minutes. Little Obesity, great get up right there. Much needed for him, but as you mentioned, needs to get something going, kick the gears into the next cycle. Obesity, it's time to put on a show.
Yeah, for sure. And we know that he's more than capable of it. You know, we've mentioned multiple times now that he doesn't really wilt under the pressure, so he's going to stay composed, but he just needs to find his rhythm because he's been mainly defending the takedowns.
The Carpenter coming forward. Nelson throwing with reckless abandon right there. Huge overhand thrown from the hip. Doesn't land. Obesity has an opportunity. 60 seconds left in the first round. Some gamesmanship out of the red corner. Obesity! Massive knockdown from him. The gamesmanship from Nelson bites him in the rear end, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. He was looking for that finish, and Little Obesity said not today, slips him and sits him down. And again. And again.
Obesity with the comeback of the ages. Little Obesity puts Nelson out cold. What a phenomenal performance from him. Didn't need the other 2 rounds. Ended in the first, Cyrus.
Jesus, man. Jesus. I mean, what can you say about Little Obesity other than this man's a killer. He stays gritty until the end. He had all sorts of problems. You know, he was getting taken down, a little bit overwhelmed on the feet, and then just found his opportunities for that pull counter twice within a 30, 45-second period and able to close out the show. That was beautiful work from that man right there. Little Obesity did phenomenal. You could see if that uppercut didn't end the night for Clay the Carpenter Guida, that check left that was coming would have done it. Showtime Pettis earning a victory. Little Obesity has got to be happy with that performance. And I have to welcome the third man in the commentary booth, Pudgy. How are you doing?
Yo, what's up, guys? It's a blessing to be on the commentary with you guys. I just jumped in. Sorry that I'm late. Much love to everybody. Cyber is my brother. Bane gang, my man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a pleasure to be on the sideline here with you guys. What's up, PrimeTime? What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Pleasure to have you here, Pudgy. Been a long time in the coming, brother. Glad that you were able to make it this evening for sure, man. Gonna see these guys handing out bean pies left and right, and so far they have been delivering, my man. They've been delivering, so I am hyped to see how these ones continue to go. We have a fun fight up for us next. We're gonna be taking it straight to the one and only Easy Kobe's. He's gonna be standing up against Havoc. These guys are a fun pair of fighters in the middleweight weight class. We're not going to waste any time with it, and just going to get straight into it.
Absolutely pumped for this, Pudge. I have to get your thoughts on Primetime MMA Fight Night 9. GreatMist versus Got It My Pig. Which fight are you excited for the most?
Ooh, man. Well, I gotta say, both of them are my boys. Man, one thing I'll say about with GreatMist, man, that kid's a technician, man, for sure, man. Like ever since that, like when me and him we had our virtual fight and stuff like that, we actually broke down our fight and just kind of like, you know, we talked about like what could have happened if, you know, if it would have went a completely different way. And man, it was nasty. But with Max he's a problem, bro. Max was you know, a DSD for a while. And that's my guy and all that other stuff. But man, this fight's crazy, man.
This fight, I was gonna say, you know, talking about nasty, that right hand of Vettori from Havoc is landing with lethal intentions on Kobe.
Jeez.
Firing off already. Like honestly, these fights are not failing to deliver at all. Starting off very, very quickly, getting active with it. Obviously now we see Kobe in top mount. Sorry, it's top mount in half guard. Should say. This is good work for him because Vettori, you know, he's got some good top control. He's got some good pressure on the feet, but not so good off his back there, guys.
Oh, look at this. Whitaker with some decent ground and pound. Pudge, what do you think Vettori needs to do?
All right. Well, I would say for Vettori, I'd probably do a couple fakes and then see if he can try to do that half guard to, you know, that sweep and get him out of there and then try to get back on top. That's going to probably be his best bet. Now, I'm not entirely too familiar with Vettori's ground game, though, but we're going to see what's going on.
2 minutes and 20 seconds left in this opening round has been the Reaper through 3. Have to think Kobe's really happy with how this fight is starting.
Yeah, he's looking good so far, riding out these positions. Now finds himself in top mount, this time raining down those shots once again.
Oh, that ground and pound. Oh.
Look at that defense, though. Havoc really cognizant about where to frame, mitigated a lot of the success of Kobe in that exchange, but still in a terrible position here. Posture up for Kobe here. Look at that. Marvin Vettori gets up.
Yeah, that man's got defense on the ground. He posted twice, able to get the slip, but now got to get the same defense on the feet as Kobe's landing those shots.
Oh, that 1-2. Clean. Okay.
This Italian Dream looking to make the Reaper's night a nightmare, but gets dropped for it. Having in a world of trouble.
That's it.
That's it. Wow. The Reaper rises in the first and ends the Italian Dream. Havoc not going home with the W. It's all Aussie tonight.
Wow.
Oh my God. Hey, good job of Kobe, man. He stayed pretty consistent with that, man.
He really did. He came out and looked fantastic. I mean, had a great game plan, overwhelmed him a little bit on the feet, took him down, and then, I mean, obviously, he had great defense off the back, did Marvin Vettori there, but once again, when it hit them, hit the feet, straight back to that pressure was Kobe, and able to find the home for the finishing shots. That's great work. First win for the Easy Camp of the evening, and I know we've got a couple others lined up for the rest of the event, so interesting to see how their camp continues to do. Know that they've got some killers all around, especially on the feet, so...
Yeah,
now,
sure, man.
Pudge, of course, have to throw a question at you, talking about the camp nature within the competitive scene. It's so good having groups, right, and that communal vibe, and, you get cornering. But I have to dig into the mindset about when you see your teammate lose and you're fighting later in the card. Does that affect you mentally at all, or is it something that you just shut out and you're focused, narrow-minded on your opponent?
It's something that, like, honestly, like, anytime that if I'm preparing for a fight and I'm asking, my teammates, like, if they've ever, faced this person before, and they will give me, like, a little bit of tips and tricks, man. But, like, I mean, I feel like you can't really beat yourself up if you lose, because you did everything what you needed to do. Now, if you didn't stick to your game plan and you just kind of did something completely different, then I understand. For an example, like me and my boy EK Chiz, when I went against him a couple fight nights ago, and my game plan was completely off. Something that, you know, I didn't mix up well, you know, whatever the case may be, but I started to make adjustments afterwards. And, you know, in this game, even while I was speaking to Cyrez, you know, win or lose, man, you just, you know, if it's, as long as you basically just keep making these improvements, man, like, you can't get mad. So I would say anyone who has a camp out there, honestly, man, like, just, you know, do what you need to, you know, and as long as you guys are as a, you know, collective group, you guys see eye to eye, hey, win or lose, man, you guys are still, you know, as one. So, hey, man, that's kind of like how my camp is, you know, with BSD and all.
Yeah, it's an excellent point.
Love it.
It's an excellent point. You have just got to kind of continue that improvement and really kind of concentrate on the successes like we discussed before. You know, even when you kind of go into a loss, as you mentioned that you did with the GreatMist matchup a little while back there, Pudgy, going back and kind of sitting with your opponent, deconstructing it. A lot of these guys, you know, even though you've got your own camps and you train with each other, a lot of the guys help each other out within the community, and it's what's really helped elevate everybody's game. And you know, you've seen it time after time. People come out and make massive improvements in their game from event to event. So,
talking about elevation in the game, we know these next two competitors, Swish Biddy versus BSD Decals. Each guy's made so many strides in the esports competitive landscape, really adding tricks and tools to the belt. Interesting to see how this one goes down at 170.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, Swish Biddy, a former opponent of mine, he is from the LFC camp. They're very, very dangerous all around. They've got great grappling. It was one of the things that, quite honestly, scared me quite, you know, a little bit coming up to the matchup with Swish Biddy was the, you know, the takedown threat. I'm not as familiar with Decals there, guys, so I don't know if you've come across him yourselves.
Decals is my boy.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah, that's my boy. So, like, hey, we fought a couple times, and I really like his striking. I've seen him fight, you know, in a couple other matches as well too, and he's very clean. I think that he can mix it up very well, and I think that he just, you know, he can do what he needs to do. I think if anything, my man's need to go for that go for Cartz and get my man's out of here real quick. But Swish Biddy ain't no joke, man. So respect to these guys. Let's get it. Dane, take it away, brother. Let's go.
As mentioned, Pudge, each guy not a slouch. Everybody knows with Ferguson what you're gonna be facing. It's durability. It's the unending cardio of El Kukui. And we can see here NBK off of his back. The natural born killer can't do a lot of killing when he's fighting off Ferguson.
Let's go.
Definitely not. He hasn't got too bad jits for sure. See if he's able to retain that full guard. He's not. He gets sliced over into mount. Tony Ferguson's going to look to work that ground and pound, I would imagine, early. The submission defense, I think, of Carlos Condit is not too bad, so...
Ooh, good denial.
I don't have Condit's stats, unfortunately, but I do have Ferguson's. Big denial here, going for the submission! Denied!
Ooh, oh my God, this is nasty.
Swish Biddy, very adept on the ground. Pudge able to get out of the way of several of those submission attempts.
Oh, man. All right, posh it up. Okay. Ooh. Good slip.
Yeah, you love to see the rapid head movements left and right, evading those straight shots. Nice rubber guard here from Carlos Condit. He's doing great work at defending. Yes, brother. I know that. He's dangerous on the ground, trust.
We all know how hard it is to submit El Kukui. Really gave everything to Beney Dariush with that ankle lock. And of course, can't forget the Oliveira armbar that didn't get Ferguson out of there. Let's see if this one follows suit. It does. Ferguson escapes.
Yeah, that man is not tapping for love nor money. You can take his arm home with you if you must.
Big transition, Pudge.
Oh, Decal's got to think about something now.
Cyrez have to think this has been largely a grappling match. Big reversal here of position. Just over 90 seconds remain. Who do you think is winning this one?
So far, Tony's doing a much better job of obviously maintaining the top position. I believe Doc had mentioned to me before, though, the full guard doesn't actually count as top control, from what he has said. If I'm wrong,
really?
I believe, you know, dead wrong me, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't. So slicing over into the half guard, this is much better for him. The more he can hold on to these positions, but... you know, ultimately, maintaining these top control positions there, Bane, and bringing down some of these ground and pound, it's all real Tony Ferguson right now.
You have to think with the submission window expiring, he's just going to focus on that ground and pound. Nothing going there, though, Pudgy.
Oh, man. I'm just looking. Mr. Decals is doing some good work.
Trying to see where he's going to be handing it out.
Yes, sir. So just in case if I need to tell him about anything.
Look at this. The break comes 10 seconds in. The first lead is NBK getting some shots, though, off.
Ooh, that was a good first round, guys. Who would you guys give that to? I mean, personally, I would say it was very, very close. Even though, like, you know, my boy Decals was, you know, very active. I just think that Switch Biddy was just a little more. He was a little more active with those reversals and, you know, and pulling off some of those submission attempts.
Each competitor tied in significant strikes at 5 apiece, but look at this, NBK adding to it early. Switch Biddy finding the body of El Kukui.
You love to see it there. Pudgy coming out, landing the body uppercuts, firing off the shots to the head, brother.
Oh, here we go. Oh, it's slammed.
Big body lock takedown there for El Kukui. Ferguson in control here. Condit needs to get up.
Ooh. Was that a reversal? Did he deny that?
He denied it. He did deny it. It was lovely work. Doesn't get it on the second time, though. Now, obviously, taking the back sitting position.
Oh.
He's doing great on the ground, is your boy. Decals has got some grappling chops for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Just because we body snatchers, man, doesn't mean that we weak on the ground, bro.
Well, I believe it, bro. I believe it.
Oh, a back flat. It's not
Big
easy to
moments
deny.
Oh, I was going to say
that.
That was going to be really, really deep if he got it in. The stamina was low for Swish Biddy. He's eating all he can in the grappling exchanges right now, and this is impressive considering he's doing it to Swish Biddy as well, which, you know, is...
Oh,
Jesus.
Oh, let's go. He just got to track him now.
this could be bad for Swish Biddy.
He's doing a good job. Brother, tracking him very, very well. This opening going. If he's... It's going to continue to take after this halfway line. It starts to go up quicker and quicker, so he's just going to maintain this trace.
We know how the bars progress. This one might be it. NBK looking good though in the special defense department. That blue bar is racing to the finish. Can Decals finish it? No! Swish Biddy barely surviving in that one. 2-minute warning. Ferguson denies another. Will he get the top mount or will he be content sitting in this position, Sirens?
Yeah, I mean, he needs to get something going. Just something big, maybe some big damage or a deep submission if he can. But Swish Biddy's you know, well-versed on the ground, so now he's got this top control position. I imagine he knows what he's got set. But the reversal from Decals, low stamina and in the guard, able to stop the triangle choke. That's lovely work.
Nice.
Both men back on the feet, just under 90 seconds left in this second round. Condit finding the chin of Ferguson.
Yeah, Toy Ferguson's trying to answer back with some counter shots, doing a good job. That was a nice body kick from that man. But Swish Biddy's starting to get a little bit more active. He knows he needs to try and get something going in this last 50 seconds, and he's trying everything he can, landing some good shots.
No, it's going to be interesting coming into this final set of 5 minutes if we get there, considering that the first 2 rounds have been largely grappling focused. In my mind, that's very difficult as a competitor to know who is getting the judge's nod in it. Might be more of a kickboxing contest through the last round.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you see the grappling. They've now tested each other there, and it looks like they're content, at least in the ending of this second round, to test each other on the feet. And so far, I have to say, Carlos is probably getting the better of these exchanges.
NBK did have a bit more success with that second round when it was on the feet. Third round is upon us. Pudgy, what do you think each guy needs to do in the final 5?
I think Decals, I think that he's doing a really great job as far as like keep maintaining top control. Really doing good with those denials. I think as far as score, he's really he's really doing really good stamina management right now. Just taking a look at for Swish here, Swish is doing a really good job as far as like these mix-up strikes. I mean, I would say, man, this fight's pretty damn even. I would say.
Difficult to tell indeed who is winning this one. First 10 minutes have been closely contested. Final 5 appear to be on the mat is what each guy wants to do. But the transition denials out of Swish Biddy have been impeccable through this first couple rounds. But that one right there, big denial for Ferguson.
Ooh, good denial.
And again, Swish Bitty's he's well versed on the ground, man. He's not going to give it up. No, even if he's on bottom, he's just not going to let you get away with anything, silly or sloppy. And he's doing a great job of maintaining this. They're probably going to get separated here if he chooses to do so himself.
Ooh, a 1-2 coming from Swish. Testing the waters with that jab. A little outside fighting here.
Doing a lovely job trying to pick at each other. Both guys getting nice bits of damage off.
You know, it's interesting to see the hesitation a little bit. Ooh, not right there, though. On the striking run, because they've spent so much time on the mat, they haven't really figured each other out on the feet because it has been such a grappler's delight. Big body-like takedown right there. Once more, half guard for Condon.
Yeah, and this is big for Swish Bitty, isn't it?
Yeah, Swish Bitty out here pulling the Marshall Minds out here. Good job on that.
The rubber guard.
Rubber guard. Let's get it.
Look at this, Swish Bitty eating those short strikes on the inside. Gets that rubber guard out of there, but El Kakui doesn't get up. Nice. NBK pulls him back down. Stacks guard potentially, or a submission attempt.
The submission defense of Tony Ferguson is so high. This is going to be tough, but he's doing a good job of tracing him so far.
In terms of just how high that submission defense is, a 96. So if NBK can get it done, that would be a big feather in the cap. Cancels it right there because it wasn't going his way, Punch.
Oh, man. It's like, hey, Bane, listen, every time you say my name, bro, this makes me feel great, bro. Because you're a legend in the booth, bro. Cyrus is a legend in the booth, man. You're a booth, like you're in the booth, man. Like, it's great, man. Listen, I was tuned in yesterday to the ESFL event, man. That was just chaotic. All the way, man. We're going to speak on that afterwards. But man, this is electric. Let's get it.
But baby, it's an honor to be in the booth with you as well. 20 seconds remain in this fight, and it has been dead even through 15. Decals likely doing a bit more with this crucifix position. Can he end the fight on a big note? Let's see. Elbows on the inside.
Boom. Oh man, good job.
First to see
100 bits, my man Dove. A big shout to you in the chat. Now, Pudge, I am not sure who's going to walk away with the W here.
It's going to be tough, man. I'm just going to hope for Decals and hope for the best, but Swish Bitty did do a good job of, just kind of keeping his part up there, man. It's really going to be up to the judges, man. The way how this is looking, I think Decals got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision.
We all see worse decisions in UFC 4. Either guy getting the nod would not be a robbery. This was a close one through 3 rounds. Ferguson versus the natural-born killer in Condit. Have to see who's going to get the hand raised.
And it goes to
the blue corner. Wow, Decals.
Yeah,
getting it done over Swish Bitty, Cyrus.
He did fantastic work there, Bane brother. He, like I said, I think that just the extra bit of top control that he was able to edge out. Obviously, we've seen Swish Bitty able to get some good submissions off, but maybe that the total amount of top control adding up for Decals and gets him the victory. They managed to land beautiful shots on each other back and forth throughout that entire fight. So I imagine you're very proud of your man there, Pudgy, and in the way that he looked and performed all around.
Decals, you made me proud, bro. BSD all the way, bro.
Big shouts once again to Dova Blazin with the Prime subscription. Supporting the organization allows us to create even better events moving forward. And talking about moving forward, the next fight on the card will be Cyrus. Take it away.
Irishness up against TK Swaggy. Now, obviously, TK Team Chaos, they are a very, very well-known camp within the community now, guys. They've been doing very, very well. Unorthodox striking, got some good grappling to go with it as well. Irishness has been showing that he's got hands for days there. I don't know if you've come across either of them yourselves there, Pudgy. Do you have any...
I'll give you a whole story about Mr. TK Swaggy. I'm not entirely too sure about Irishness, but I will say this about TK Swaggy. That kid right there, me and him, our spars are just legendary from the gate, man. That kid right there, they talk about him. TK Swaggy is one of the most impressive people out of that camp. Honestly, man, like he's always learning. That's the one thing I've always appreciated about Swaggy. He's like a little cousin to me, man. Like he's great. He's a good kid. He's very, very, he can switch it up whenever he needs to. He's very strike dominant. But one thing's for certain, man, depending on whoever he gets. Now, since this is lightweight, if he goes with Pettis, one thing I will say for certain, Swaggy is definitely known for that axe kick.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. So from there on, Swaggy is just a legend. I'm just very proud of him. So hopefully if he's watching this, I'm proud of you, man. But you got a tough opponent against you, even though I don't know who he is. I don't underestimate anybody. But Bane, take it away, man.
No better person to gain insight from than yourself, Pudge. Truly a mainstay of the game at 155, cutting off 15 pounds from the previous one. Irishness with, of course, the notorious Conor McGregor. Just in the highlight, Gaethje coming out of that Swaggy side.
Oh, he got Gaethje. Okay. All right, let's get it. I think he's going to try to snatch some legs today.
Oh, absolutely. And as you just said that, Pudge, big lead leg kick right there from the highlight.
Okay, let's get it.
Something interesting to note there. It looks like Irishness is actually joined EZ. The EZ L5534 over there is his gamer tag. So the man's training with some killers. Got some great striking themselves, but eating some shots in the face there, Bane. This is dangerous already.
Swaggy. Coming forward, TK Swaggy really landing with intent here and with precision. Have not seen him miss a whole lot through 2.
I'm sure
that's one. Yeah, that's one thing I would. Oh, I'm sorry.
No. As you were saying, brother. As you were saying.
Oh man, Swaggy, man. Anytime that we spar, man, like listen, we always kind of have those things where it's like, are we gonna just like finish each other, or are we just gonna give clean KOs? And it seems like it's always clean KOs for me when I go against the man. But man, Swaggy's just really just putting on the striking clinic. Like I said, man, he's one of the most dominant strikers in that whole entire camp. You know, I've known Swaggy for a long time now. It feels like, and that kid, like I said, man, he's always improving, man. He's always wanting to spar. He's always willing to learn, man. So. For sure.
Talking about improvements. Big moment for Irishness. Swaggy with the up kick to stay alive, but Cyrez, that's going to rock the dome.
Yes, sir. I mean, all that confidence. After eating a massive shot like that, you've got to take a bit of a moment to reassess. Got to be very, very careful as he goes forward into this fight. Now he gets sacked out on again. The big shots.
TK Swaggy down. This could be it.
No!
Awful position for him, framing, limiting the success of the Irishman. Swaggy staying alive. The highlight about to be on the reel of Irishness. If this fight keeps going this way, he's taking shots.
Oh man, here's the thing though. I'm not going to trip. You know why?
Jesus, brother.
Because Swaggy's been in this position before plenty of times.
The Swagster has been in the trenches and come out on top, looking to take it to the Irishman. Good deny right there. Oh!
Brother, I don't know. This might be it.
Oh.
He's doing a great job of defending there. I will give you that, Pudgy. You are right. The man knows how to defend himself, especially in these very, very dire situations. But he needs to slow this down there, brother.
It's a little bit. I think once he's going to do, though, he's going to probably just take this brief moment to kind of recollect himself and just see what happened. You know, because he was doing really good, and then he got rocked, and then he got dropped, and then he got rocked again. And I was like, oh, man, this ain't looking good for Swaggy. But Swaggy, he's tough, man. I'll give it to Irish as well, too, man. He definitely did a really good spinning. Is that a hook kick, if I'm not mistaken? Or some spinning back kick, something.
Oh! 1 second remained, and it's all over. Irishness absolutely blows through TK Swaggy. Unfortunate for the incumbent coming from Pudgy's side. So much good work, but Irishness did not give him a second, Cyrus.
You want to see a dead body? Jesus, I mean, I don't want to do it, but I'm sorry. That was a vicious head kick, and I mean, look, all respect due to Swaggy. He came out and looked phenomenal until that chin was cracked, and Easy was just. It looked like he just kind of I don't know, zoned in at that moment. As soon as he smelled blood, went for it there, Pudgy, and was able to close out the show. That's great work, brother.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for my man Swaggy, but here's the thing, though. Swaggy will be back. He takes his losses on the chin, man, like we always do, man. I mean, I don't think that we can really just, let things, upset us, man. I think that he'll probably watch back, just kind of adjust, see what happens. Good job to Mr. Easy Irish. I'm just gonna call you that. But essentially, man, hey, that was one hell of a lineup, man, for sure. But I'm ready for the next.
But I'm ready for the next two, and it's part of the process, right? Every loss is but a learning opportunity, and now we have an opportunity to watch a striker's delight, potentially. EK Issues versus Easy Mix-Ups up at 170, Pudge.
Let's get it. Now, as far as like for these two, I'm not entirely too familiar. I think with Issues, maybe I might have faced off with him maybe once or twice in ranked, but I don't really know how his striking style is. Mix-Ups, is he new to the Easy camp, or has he been competing for a while? So
I'm not too familiar with him myself. I believe he's fairly new to the camp. Those guys have been doing a great job of growing recently. So you know the score though, Pudgy. I mean, every single one of them have had always looked phenomenal on the feet, especially the feet. Well-rounded, but the feet in particular, always very, very silky smooth striking from the Easy camp for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, there was one time that I faced off with Easy No Love. I think he still might be in that camp, but we're friends on Xbox and stuff like that. And that kid right there, man, he's really good in that camp as well too. Shout out to those guys. I'm just mutual with everybody, man. I just try to be nice, man. I'm not the type of person to ever beef with camps. But don't talk about my camp and we'll beef. But other than that, man, hey, I'm mutual.
Masvidal versus Usman, Gamebred versus the Nigerian Nightmare. We've seen this contested twice in real life. Gonna see it a third time between these two competitors digitally. Have to imagine the game plan for each is set in stone. Masvidal, the kickboxer, the hands and the feet. Usman has very strong power, but a legit wrestling game.
We'll see how this is. I wonder how he's going to do as far as for for mix-ups. Is he going to stay on the feet? Is he going to mix it up? I feel like he might. I feel like he should. But hey, Usman has crazy boxing skills these days now, man, and not crazy performance will we see when they actually fought for that title. Man, you seen that I don't even know what you want to call it, but it was just the sweatosphere that just exploded. I want everyone to get that same type of action tonight, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
hopefully, and as you mentioned, of course, Easy Mix-Ups, the name would suggest a lot of diversification, but gets little drop right there, Cyrus.
Yeah, he's having a lot of difficulties right now getting pressured up against this cage line. We know that when you get behind those lines, the cage starts to feel very, very claustrophobic there, Bane, and he... Oh! I mean, good takedown attempt, brother, but so far having a lot of adversity in this opening 2 minutes.
And it's the pressure of Masvidal that is really just, as you said, cloistering the success of the Nigerian Nightmare, the champion, not able to level change, right? Unsuccessful in all attempts. Big overhand from Issues, partially blocked from the champion. Look at this, 3 minutes remain, and Mix-Ups trying to push forward a little bit, but getting bounced back. Body work from Masvidal, impressive, buttering up the ribs. He wants to eat him.
Good takedown, but takedown now. Okay, my man's over here. Issues knows what's up.
Looks very, very clean tonight, does EK Issues there, Pudgy. Mix-Up's doing a good job of mixing it up, as you said, but so far, no success on the takedowns. That takedown defense for Issues is on point.
That is impeccable, and you can see the stamina drain from Mix-Up, not there, and the cardiovascular system through 4, struggling with the power of Gamebred.
Oh, I mean, look, Usman's got power of his own. We said it a little bit earlier, but right now he's eating a lot of shots through the block. It's all problematic there, Pudgy. Needs something big soon.
One thing I would say for certain, for anybody who's listening, for anyone who works on that,
beautiful work from EK Issues. This could be bad for Mix-Ups. That midsection is busted, and another phenomenal takedown denial. Defense on point through 5 for the EK member.
And Pudgy, I mean, on that there, brother, this is how you deal with a wrestler. You crowd the space, you force that takedown out of them, and he's done a fantastic job so far of doing just that.
Oh, he tried to go for that takedown, that ankle pick. Let's see. He's doing a really, I think Issues is doing a really good job as far as like just kind of like testing out that range with that jab. I think like the jab itself, man, really is a really good range finder. Really is, man.
Dover blazing with the gifted sub. Sorry to interrupt you there, Bane. Dover blazing with the big sub. The man is appreciate you, my man.
Oh, did I get it?
You got it, Bane. You got it, brother.
Let's go!
Yes, mate, yes.
Oh, that's hilarious. My brother Dova, I appreciate that so much, man. Mr. Valentine, I see you in the chat. Second round upon us. Big lead overhand, though, from Mixup. This is what he needs to do now. This second set of 5. He has tasted the adversity the EK member brings, the pressure. I think he's ready to deal with it. Or not. He's just getting punched. What is that? EK issues blowing through Mixup.
He started out looking so good, but then just got sat down. He froze up against the cage line.
What? What is going on with this card and people being like a statue?
Yo Ramiro, like kind of throwback to Yo Ramiro for sure.
Jeez, man. This is what I was going to say. Oh my God, man! I keep getting interrupted about these crazy ass.
It's so hard to get the commentary in.
God, man, oh my God, man. I'm just gonna hold it out until this is over, man, because we don't know.
Oh, his bombs!
How much can Mixups take? The easy member is not having an easy night at the office. EK issues finding all success that he wants. But look at this, Mixup returning fire.
The precision there, Pudgy, is so on point. He's finding the home for these shots.
I think this is it, guys. I think this is it.
Has to be it. Oh, the defense there from Mixup, though.
Slipped on that, but that block is chewed.
Oh, EK Issues wants to post this on Twitter. I always see the EK highlight reels on my timeline. Here comes Issues.
Oh my God. Good job getting out of the way of that.
Yeah, and that's a little bit better, right, Pudgy? Just trying to get back into the center and gives him a little bit more breathing room.
Oh! That has to be it.
Oh my God.
This has to be it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Bean City.
Easy Mixup with the most difficult competitor in front of him. EK Issues found the answer tonight through 2. Big TKO courtesy of a massive knockdown.
He looks like he is a problem, Pudgy. I mean, it's scary landscape when you know you've got killers like that coming up. I mean, that's one of his first performances here and looking phenomenal tonight.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something about these EK guys, man. They got some of the best dudes in this whole entire camp. You got Chiz, you got Spider, you got my boy Bang Bang ×2. That's my bro right there. And you got did I name Spider? I think I did.
Spider, Dyno, all of them, brother. There's a lot of talent up there. They did a great job of consolidating it.
It's a slew of strikers. It's like I feel like that camp right there is very, very diverse. I just think that, like, you know, with all those, I kind of paid attention to Issue's style a little bit, and I know that he's been training with Spider. I could tell because those were the same type of moves that I was somewhat doing. So I know.
you know, Pudge, Cyrez, not to plant the seed potentially, there's another camp on the scene that has impeccable striking. The Kingsman, KM, always brings it whenever I see one of their fights. Who knows? I don't want to say anything. EK versus KM. I'd love to commentate that tournament.
We've had something in the works for quite some time there. Had a lot of big events coming our way, so it's been put on the back burner a little bit. These guys know about it a little bit already, but we are going to be doing a camp v camp in the very, very near future. So a bunch of different camps going to be going against each other. Maybe a little bit of a kind of Grand Prix setup between all of the different camps, but we would have a pleasure getting you on that. And Pudgy, any of the other guys want to slide in? It looks like it's going to be a massive event. We've had a lot of guys calling for it for quite some time there, Bean, and I'm glad that you brought attention to it now, brother. I mean, those sorts of matchups are exactly the types of things that you're looking for. Two very, very well-respected camps.
I think that would be hella respected right there, man. You got EK, you got TMF, you got BSD, of course, you got KM. Man, who else is out there, man?
AJS, LFC, all of them, yeah, bro.
LFC, man. Listen, man. Hey, man, you got Dark Camp. You got all these guys, man. You got all these respected people in here. You know what I mean? And I'm just, you know, it's just a pleasure just to put on for you guys these days. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure.
Cracking up because of Shane in the Twitch chat. EK Camp needs a nerve. It cracked me a little bit. But you know what might be cracked more? This next fight, HD Grant versus Tacoboy.
Ooh, let's get it. I think I'm gonna go with tacos just because I'm a big fan of tacos and everything like that. So I'm not gonna put anything past him. He could get smoked. Don't get me wrong.
Taco Boys. I don't know if you can see in the fight link info what his name is. I won't read that on the broadcast, but we know what he's watching late at night. Weight class bantamweight 135. Taco Boy versus Grant.
Let's get it, guys.
Oh my gosh. Marlon Rice, not the magician, that's John Dotson. Magic Marlon Rice, rather, Rob Font of New England, taking on. This is a good one. Have to think, Pudge, the chin health on Rice, not something that's too reliable these days.
Say honestly, man, like I don't think that they really even nerfed him at all. Like as far as like for his losses from what he took in real life, I don't think that they actually even buffed any of that. But one thing I will say for certain, man. One thing that I would say for certain that Grant would need to be careful about with Taco is that with Moraes, he has those still checks, man. And Moraes, if I'm not mistaken, has a 97 kick speed and 98 kick power. So you got to understand, like, I don't think that the legs on Font is the greatest, but man, the buff that they did to Font, man, it's really gonna even out.
Have to say big shout out to EK Chris for the subscription in the chat. Really appreciate the support. This one is hot and loaded through 2.5. Taco Boy doing good work with the pressure, but you have to think HD Grant has a ton of firepower of his own in those hands of Rob Font.
Yeah, definitely look at that leg already. Look at that left leg.
Yeah, it's getting chewed up, as you mentioned, brother. But you've got to be very, very careful. Those shots are starting to land on the chin of Taco Boy, and Rob Font has got power in those hands. One of the best picks in this weight class now.
Ooh, Font getting tested, though. That chin is being touched up early by Magic. You can see, he looks like, I don't know if anyone watches anime, One Punch Man. This is basically the protagonist of that. And he eats a shin to the dome for it.
Oh, that overhand is nasty. And he's really doing a good job of just chewing up that lead leg, man. I feel like Grant really has to start checking those, man, for real.
He really does.
If he's not, man, yeah, his man, listen, his shit's gonna start looking like dog food here in a minute.
Oh, it's bad, brother. It's bad. He getting beans. Going to get sent to Bean City if he ain't too careful with that leg. It's getting chewed up. You can already see the damage is visible on it. And he's just doing a great job of landing that straight, landing the lead hook, and going to the kick afterwards. Beautiful kind of Thai style so far from Taco Boy.
I love that sort of feint with the shoulders, and then that left hook really found the chin of Moraes, and you can see Marlon is busted up through 4, and that check, courtesy of turning the knee out. HD Grant moving forward. Good movement though from Taco Boy.
Right now, a little bit more about it, or until those shots will land. I was going to say the evasive movement of Font has looked fantastic in those little moments, but he keeps getting caught up. Every time he kind of gets maybe taking pictures of his own footwork. Oh, there it is.
Wrong time to duck, right time to throw the head kick. HD Grant with the stun. Under 30 remain in this opening round, and it's been all Rob Font. But look at this. Magic Marlon Moraes sticking with that jab. Or was it straight? I don't know.
Comes out quickly, brother.
It's something. Jeez, man, this actually turned pretty damn quick. Look at Moraes' right leg though. Now his shit's chewed. Now someone has to start making some adjustments here. Now I would like to see a little more of I would say body shots to the liver from probably both guys. But I would say honestly, man, I would say Moraes probably had that one there.
That's that body snatcher's degree.
With that leg looking like dog food, Rob Font looking like a hungry Rottweiler, keeps throwing to it, wants to make more damage. Big check once again. Magic Marlon Moraes is hurt.
Now he's going to bank on that because since that right leg is pretty damaged there. Now I don't know what the switch stance is on Moraes, even though I've used him a good couple times. I just don't know like how people is like, because some people actually feel comfortable of actually being in a completely different stance. If you notice, so like me personally, I like southpaw, so like I normally like using like McGregor or like a Dustin Poirier or something like that. I just feel like with that southpaw stance is nice, you know.
Oh, look at this combinations coming from Font. That blue corner lighting up every aspect of the body from Taco Boy. HD Grant, obviously. Oh, Taco Boy.
Yeah, this is problematic. The block is gone, brother. That's it.
Surely. Taco Boy.
Yes.
Marching forward, gets the trip. Judo throw over the hip.
That shows education there, Pudgy. His stamina was low. He had him rocked. He knew he wasn't going to get the finish. Mixing it up, taking it down. Perfect work from him.
For sure, man. Good adjustment there.
so far, Bane. I mean, this has been an action-packed fight. We got 2 minutes 40 left on the clock. Do you imagine that Tacoboy's going to need a little bit more of this grappling to continue throughout this fight and get a little bit more success, or would you like to see him separate?
Interesting. This grappling was predicated, of course, by the big knockdown and then that trip. So you might want to think Tacoboy, with the damage he's been doing in this second round, wants to continue it on the feet, but he's not going to get the chance to. Big reversal of positions by HD Grant. Rob Font in the guard, Pudge.
Let's see. Let's see how this plays out here. All right, Mr. Grant's getting up. He stood up. He's like, nah, we're going to finish this on the feet.
You gotta love it as well. I mean, the pressure boxing style, I know that you favor it. Rob Font is a great pick for that, and looking like he's getting the head movement going, brother. What would you like to see out of Grant in terms of the boxing going forward?
I would say he's doing a really good job as far as for kind of like monitoring. There.
I'm eating breakfast, but I had to come back because of the big combo. Tacoboy!
Get sat down. Mate,
that reversal.
You can't even react to anything because it's going so quickly. These guys are getting reversal and countering out after counter.
You got him in armbar now.
Submission attempt from the New Englander. Looks like the tracking is on point through the first couple seconds of it, but the time is expiring. Big stamina advantage for HD Grant, and look at this. Magic Marlon Rice might get tapped out, Pudgy.
I don't know, man. That's getting kind of close there. I think he's going to get out, though. That bar is on Taco's side, so yeah, he's going to get out there. But geez, man, that was close.
Yeah, honestly, the action so far there, Bane, has been phenomenal. We've still got 5 minutes left in this potentially to go. How do you see these guys, going into this third round? How do you score it, brother?
I think it might be 1-1 apiece. Magic Marlon Rice did such good work with that knockdown, of course, in the second, courtesy of that 1-2 head kick against Font on the cage. So I think it's up for grabs in the third, but Magic Marlon Rice looking a little okay in the health stats, Pudgy.
Yes, sir. I would say that Mr. Grant over here is doing a really good job as far as for like that body work, because if you take a look at it from both sides here, so if you look at for Tacoboy's body health, it's not really the greatest. Like in a comparison to Grant's, he's doing a really good job as far as like maintaining his health. The head health is really, really low. Other than that, he's doing a really good job of maintaining that. Overhand. Oh my God, he's going down for the finish. He's going to get it.
HD Grant with the hands. He was doing great work. Good separation from Tacoboy, but I think Grant is looking very, very comfortable in this third round. A little bit worrisome with his head health being so low there, Bane, but the precision.
That's not comfortable. Getting touched up to the ribs. Tacoboy's going to have to be eaten through a straw, potentially. Those intestines are getting squeezed.
These fights right here make you glad that we opened up the PlayStation side. This is our second fight, I believe, on the PlayStation side of the night, and both so far delivering to the maximum effect.
Okay.
Rice back up, separates. HD Grant looking to throw off the break, doesn't get anything going. You can see massive stamina advantage for Grant, and Rice not getting anything done through 2.5, Pudgy.
Oh, man, this is...
as I say that!
Dude, oh my God, that 1-2 uppercut. Jeez, bro. You seen that?
The chin of Rice holding up spectacularly well in this 3-rounder. Rice not out of it, really finding the chin of Rob Font. HD Grant needs to avoid things like that.
Yeah, that was close, brother. That was close. Pudgy, right now, Tacoboy's looking worse for wear in terms of stamina, but the precision is landing.
He's making some good adjustments here, man. Oh, he's down. Oh, Taco's down. Taco's down.
HD Grant does not posture up, chooses to progress in a half guard. You can see the head health on Tacoboy really not there. Top mount, this is bad, Pudgy.
Oh, here we go. Oh, well, okay.
That was an interesting feint into the posture. This is where the stamina is really going to start to play a big factor as well. The denials are going to be that little bit easier just due to the stamina advantage if he's able to maintain it, but chooses the separation, trying to go for that big finish over the last 60 seconds.
I feel like Grant would just need to, if he just does a 4-piece combination to the body, this shit's over.
Ducking roundhouse connects, but Tacoboy worse for wear in all departments. The anatomy of Tacoboy is lit up like a Christmas tree.
Here we go.
Check left.
Here we go.
Oh, mate, this is just brutal right now. Savagery raining down upon him, but he gets his back.
Look at this.
Oh, he got his back.
Survivability for Tacoboy. He's got one big moment left in him.
Up.
10 seconds remain. Can he do it? Wow! HD Grants. Wow! Oh! Tacoboy rallies. Insane comeback. Finishes Rob Fun in the expiring seconds. Fight of the night locked in.
Jeez. Let's get it. Man, Mr. Tacoboy, you just got a fan.
Jesus.
Hey, shout out to Mr. Tacos out here, man. Hey, Taco Gang out here.
PlayStation showing up.
All kinds of beans is being served tonight, boys. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, sir. That was 1919 going into that third round, and look at that show up. 4 knockdowns for Grant, but Tacoboy able to get that uppercut knockout.
Yo, one thing I would honestly say, man, Tacoboy really came back from some crazy ass adversity, man. He was doing really good in the beginning, and then he started getting checked with those leg kicks. But after a while, man, hey, Grant's no pushover either, man. He definitely held up on his own side. I think that he really did good as far as like with body, you know, pretty much eating that basically. Other than that, man, I think that these boys really did a good job today, man. Shout out to my man Taco one time. HD Grant, you did amazing, man. But hey, it's Taco's time tonight.
Great analysis, Pudgy. Incredibly accurate to how that one transpired through the full 15. It was contested. Each guy having a lot of success at different moments. Tacoboy, you could see him biting down on the mouthpiece. 0 stamina, chucks that lead uppercut because he said, this is my last moment to secure a victory on Primetime MMA Fight Night 9. And boy, did it connect and put Font to sleep. That makes me excited for the next fight, Cyrez.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And these two guys are very, very game opponents. We're going to be having AJS Ghost coming out of the fabled AJS camp. Mentioned the mood earlier there, Pudgy. Phenomenal competitors all round, brother. And obviously CIA Webcam, which was previously TMF. I think that he's now just joined across into a new camp. Interesting to see what he's able to do as well. But both guys very, very dangerous. How do you see this one shaping up there, brother?
I would say for AJS, I think that he's a really phenomenal striker. I think that he can, if I remember in recent memory, he has a really good, solid ground game, I think. But just out of the AJS camp, you know, like the guys like Pug and, you know, and what's the other guy's name? Oh my God, I'm trying to think. So many of them. But I would say at least out of Pug, though, Pug's my man. That guy right there, he does really phenomenal work. But I'm just going to shut the hell up because now we're about to tune into this fight. But I would say, who do you think that, what would you guys want to see as far as like from both guys?
You know, with an Aldo pick, right, the king of Rio, I want to see leg kicks akin to the WEC days. He was so effective going to the not the midsection, lower than the midsection. And so I'm hoping that Webcam utilizes that because Aldo has insane kicks, as we know. You can see AJ's goes with that Dan 50K Ige, not a slouch either, knocking out Gavin Tucker in the first punch that he threw. What an emphatic finish that was from him. Can't wait to see the Korean Zombie and him square off in a 5-rounder. Either way, AJ's the goes, utilizing him so effectively, Pud. Pudge.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. It's all good.
Shouts out to AJ's Puggernaut while we're at it.
Yeah, because some people actually, sometimes they'll get us like confused. But there's one letter that differentiates that. So
it's the D.
It's all good, man. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, man. Now we're going to check this out here. Now, one thing I like about with Aldo is that his leg kicks are legendary. He has really good. He has like still checks as well too. So that's one thing that he really needs to kind of consider. I think Ghost he's doing a really good job as far as for just kind of keeping it, you know, just mixing it up 1-2. But he's doing a really good job of just kind of peppering that body, though.
Aldo returns Webcam, kind of returning the favor. You know, as you mentioned, Ghost was piecing together beautiful combinations, going to the legs and then switching to the body and then the knee. It's great to see the diversity in the striking realm from the AJ's member, but CIA Webcam not going away easy through 2. Returns with that kick to the midsection there. Big stick 1-2 from him.
Right now, doing a good job.
They just out here just throwing hands.
Action-packed so far, guys. These are throwing bombs left and right. The head health of Webcam a little bit suspect. So is Ige's over there. Ooh.
50K getting touched up, as you mentioned, Cyrez. The head health is frighteningly low 2 minutes into the first round. Each guy on the verge of getting a knockdown or getting knocked down at certain points, Pudge.
Oh, nice body straight. I like those.
Oh. Big whiff there
Try
from
to
Webcam, but beautiful pullback from him. Combination from 50K.
Right now, I don't know, it seems to me at least there, Pudgy, that Ige is doing a great job of going first and getting the shots off, and Webcam's looking for those counters, but a little bit few and far between so far.
Ooh. Okay. 1-2 double hook. Like that. Clean. One thing I'll honestly say about like when you're doing like any type of like minor or a major like oh, head kick, switch kick. Oh my god, I'm sorry. T kick. Oh, Superman kick. Oh my
Look
god.
at this. CIA Webcam mixing it all together.
Scatgunning it.
It's just messing up everything for me right now, but this is just too electric, man.
Oh, mate, sometimes it can be hard to call the action when they're throwing out so many crazy shots like this, variating it lovely. We see Ige firing off hooks, now getting the trip. That's good work from him. A little bit demoralizing, attacks the stamina, but looks like Jose Aldo's answering back with one of his own there.
Those kicks to the midsection are doing so much damage. Great work from Webcam. And you can see there, Ige selling out a little bit in that combination. Wanted to make an impression, steal the momentum of the round back, but the King of Rio is marching forward with intent, Pudge.
He's doing a really good, he's really setting up that body kick very well, because he does it like maybe every like 3 or 4 combinations in, from what I've noticed. But he just ate that. Oh, let's see if the King of Rio can get this.
This is it. Oh, no.
Wow.
Barely survived. Barely. Good survival there, though. Jeez.
What a moment from Webcam. This is not looking good for AJ's Ghost as we approach 60 seconds remaining. First round appears to be going to the former champion.
Oh, man. I just don't know how. Ooh.
Taunt into the Superman punch. That's a lot of gamesmanship coming out of the blue corner. Look at this. 50K announcing himself. Big head kick lands, though.
Aldo's angry, got kneed in the spine. No illegal shots here, he says, trying to answer back with some big head kicks. Knee to the body now, and looks like he's marching forward, trying to get something big to close out this last 35 seconds there, Bane.
Oh, that head kick cannot miss. Ige struggling with the shins. Webcam knocks Ghost down. This could be it.
I think this is it, guys.
Oh, the blocks.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
Good
You saw that
survival,
ground and pound, Pudgy. That, when it landed, really knocked 50K's head back.
Oh, man. Yo, listen, this shit's going to be looking like a pet dispenser if you keep doing that.
No, seriously, brother.
Anticipating a nice treat popping out of the throat if those keep landing. Absolutely agree with you. And this could be it. Look at the head health is going lower. Those small shots could end it. No.
Jeez,
Second round of
that was interesting, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think my man Ige, he did a really good job as far as like maintaining that, you know, the body work. But I think with that knockdown that Aldo just did kind of late in the you know, the seconds of the, you know, of the first round ending, man, I think that he could have possibly gotten that, and almost that knee that almost ended my man's life.
Man, this has been a crazy
very
fight.
strong first 5 minutes. Second set upon us. Ige needs to do a lot to get back into this one. Looking good, okay, in the stamina department. Cardio is holding up well, but it won't be with shots to the mid.
No, you are absolutely right. Continuing to eat shots to the body like that are only going to become more and more problematic for Ige. Aldo looking very, very clean so far after such a big round last time out for him. But and again with a head kick. Pudgy, he's looking dangerous there, brother. Oh!
That right there should have ended it. I don't know how he survived that, but Jesus. That was a Superman punch in the back of the head.
Yeah, I mean, the writing was on the wall with that one. Knockout City looked like was coming his way, but able to stand the test of time is Ige's chin. Now eating a couple of knees to the body. He's not out of the woods here yet there.
Oh, man. I will say for certain, man, the Ghost is doing a really good job as far as, like, just doing good survival, man.
Yeah, so far so good. Eating some shots though. Looks like Webcam's finding the home for the body often and early. Still 3 minutes 50 in the second round, and Ghost stamina looking very, very bad, as is the head health there.
He's doing a really good job. Good. Ooh, good slip.
honestly, so far there. Pudgy, what do you do if you're Ige here? He's looking for something big.
I just realized I've been muted for so long. Oh my god, I've been commentating and I was like, why aren't they reacting? Oh my god.
These things, they happen, brother. They happen.
I said a great line. I was like, yo, 50K's chin is going to be in the Smithsonian for hardest material to crack, and it's getting stunned. 50K.
That's it. That's it.
End it. Throw in the towel. 50K is out cold. CIA webcam is on fire.
Yeah.
50K just got banked. Got banked.
What happened?
CIA webcam now fighting out of the lethal weapons. Looks like he's made some great adjustments to his game. He's looking phenomenal tonight. That was some beautiful striking that he was able to display.
Man, that was pure classic.
Some things that we see in this esports UFC 4 competitive landscape is being outgunned. There are levels to the game, as former UFC fighter Corey Anderson would say. And I think that this really was, Cyrez, a difference in levels. AJ's Ghost did a decent job at combating for most of that, but gradually CIA webcam pulled away in a big way.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, he was looking really good early, especially. Let's not forget that Ghost was looking very good early, but as you mentioned, as the time ticked across, it was just little by little, his opponent was able to take over, really started to run away with it, and towards the end of that fight, I mean, he was just starting to light him up. So that was a beautiful performance and an action-packed fight, start to finish. To be honest with you, as every single one of them has been there, brother, so I can't wait for the next one.
Man, we haven't even made it. Dude, we didn't even make it out of the prelims yet.
I know. This feels like the main card. Each fight feeling like a main event with how much these competitors are bringing it. But this only adds to why you need to watch Primetime MMA moving forward through this summer. The events from top to bottom are the definition of stacked. Webster's Dictionary. Open it up to the S words. Stacked. It's Primetime MMA.
Yes, sir. This one up next is a fun-ass fight to have there, brother. MysticMac, easy adjust. Both very, very dangerous strikers. I don't imagine we're going to see very much grappling, if at any at all, at this one. Ortega up against Anthony Pettis. That's an interesting pick from MysticMac. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, but he's definitely a boxer by trade and likes to work that jab a lot. So maybe looking to show ripples to his game this evening with Ortega.
And maybe he changed up a little bit. We'll see how we'll see how MysticMac comes out. Because I remember in our last fight that we had, he was he was mixing it up really good. I think at some point he just ended up just knocking me out. And much respect to MysticMac. I know he's definitely been around the promotion for quite some time as well too. And his striking is phenomenal for sure. So
Ortega.
We'll see how everything goes.
Ortega finding the chin of easy adjust. That head health is getting a little low at some points, and have to think the existing rivalry between these two, 5 wins out of the red corner, 4 wins out of the blue corner. It would suggest that MysticMac has the slight edge, but again, you don't know what those rounds looked like. Could be sparring, could be a who cares on ranked. It doesn't matter type mentality. Either way, T-City having a lot of success, Cyrez.
Yeah, all different under the bright lights there, brother. And easy adjust is the type of guy that makes fantastic adjustments, as his name would suggest, able to really make a lot of good reads. MysticMac started out the fight really, really well with that jab there, Pudgy, but now looking like easy adjust is getting going, and that's a scary thing.
I think what Adjusted needs to do, though, I think that he just needs to find that appropriate range to use those leg kicks. I don't know how Brian Ortega's leg health is, but I think is if he mixes it up a little bit and starts kind of peppering that body and start chopping those legs, he's not going to have really so much of an option to go back on the ground. But we know how T-City is on the ground, whether he's on top or bottom. So me personally, I would never want to be on the ground when Ortega's around personally. But
creative striking from Showtime right there.
Oh, good inside leg kick.
Axe kick lands. Easy adjust, touching the top of MysticMac's head. 2-minute warning to both competitors. T-City kind of a bit complacent within the last couple striking exchanges. Now right there, though, gets the uppercut into the hook, Cyrez.
Yeah, he really needs to start getting his jab going again. It's definitely his most useful tool. And when he starts to get that jab going, he's a problem for anybody, but right now are just doing a fairly good job of maintaining that distance, Pudgy, and able to get off those kicks you alluded to earlier.
Doing a really good job. I just think that that MysticMac probably just needs to maybe cover up a little more, but he's doing a good job of protecting his body. Just like little small, strikes in there, here and there. But it's very, there's a lot of different factors that can come into that. One could be like ping. So like maybe if the combinations aren't everything of what that fighter wants, it definitely happened between me and Mystic, but no complaints there, But hey, ping is, that could be a determining factor, but hey, it doesn't look like this is a determining factor right now. As my man's over here doing spinning, jumping kicks.
Ninjutsu out here.
Let's get it.
In terms of T-City with the rock, 15 seconds remain, pouring it on here. MysticMac wants to end the first round with a cherry on top. Big shot to the midsection. As Pettis was going to mention, Easy just brutalizing the ribs throughout those first 5 minutes. That jumping, spinning back kick landing several times.
Yeah, that is a really, really favored attack. He sets it up really well as well. He likes to switch stances with it. So obviously, to circle to the power side. I mean, obviously, that's a fairly well-known tactic at this point in order to avoid those jumping spin kicks. But when your opponent's switching stances, Pudgy, it can make it really, really deceptive and hard to read.
Right. Definitely, because especially if your fighter does not have like the best switch stance, a lot of those specialties and I guess like attributes just becomes half. It becomes at a certain capacity where you can't really get the best power shots off because in theory.
Wrong idea to throw kicks in the pocket. Look at this. T-City phone booth fighting is his specialty. Answering the call is he. Showtime trying to get his way back in, Cyrez.
Yeah, he's doing a fantastic job, brother, of just marching forward. His MysticMac right now is trying to work that jab fantastically. The kicks are a little bit problematic on the inside, as you mentioned, and he really, really needs to be careful of that going forward.
You got to be careful of that body, man, because the body health on MysticMac is not looking good, man.
Oh, the work from Easy Adjust to go to the body with the knees. We've seen the straights into the lead body hooks, trying to go to the body uppercuts as well there, Bane. The body attacks have been varied and very, very precise so far for Easy Adjust.
Easy Adjust once again, as you say it, really finding it. Goes upstairs with much success. Now you can see Easy Adjust pouring it all on, mixing it up and finding all of the answers. T-City about to be in a world of trouble. But look at this. Fights his way back in. MysticMac, Pudgy, not going away without a fight.
No, he's not. He's going to try to back him up towards that cage. He's doing a really good job trying to cut that corner off a little bit, give him a good switch kick. Yeah, that's good. Good.
All about the cage cut, right, Pudgy? It's all about the cage cut there, brother. Make your opponent feel like they're boxed in. Obviously, limits their escapable opportunities. And right now, doing a brilliant job is MysticMac.
MysticMac once again, though, Easy just landing that spinning back kick to the body. You'd think with how easy it is to sidestep and get out of the way and then return fire. T-City not able to do so through two.
Personally, I would say MysticMac would need to take this fight to the ground just to mix it up a little bit, because I don't think that as far as like what Ortega's striking. With that nice front kick, that front kick salad.
Trying to make you eat your words there, Pudge.
Yes, sir. It seems like it.
Run more of those. We could have a body rock, Cyrez.
Yeah, and as you say it.
There! Showtime putting on a show, trying to end MysticMac in the second.
The only thing that's missing is the cage run. There it is.
How is MysticMac surviving this T-City back on his feet, but for how long? You can see Showtime wants to put him back on the mat, Pudge.
Oh, man. Listen. That's
he's about to.
This is it, guys.
9 seconds on the clock, raining down ground and pound.
Can he pull it out?
How does he do it? T-City survives through the second set of 5, miraculously going to need to mount the comeback of a lifetime, Cyrez, in this third and final round.
He really is. The damage is really mounting up, Pudgy. He's having a really tough time.
I like the fake lead that he did, and that he turned it into that head kick. It's my God, bro! If he would have connected, dude, I probably would have got out of here.
But he does with that one. The axe kick combination once again rains down. Now the ground and pound might be it. I think. Oh!
Oh, that's sweet. Oh, this is dangerous.
The stamina's high. The stamina's high. He could go for the submission if he wants, but he opts for the ground and pound of his own.
Oh my God, bro. This is not looking good for Adjust at all. That's not looking good for him at all, dude.
No, and once again, MysticMac finding himself in a nice little grappling exchange, and with this much time to work on the clock there, Pudgy, it's
yes, sir.
Really bad news for Pettis right here, Adjust.
I think honestly, man, like I think that like because since his stamina was down so low, that block would have got super chewed. His head health was already on the brink of death already. So like, hey, like the survival on over here, it's crazy. This is amazing.
Coming back though, this is bad for Easy Adjust. What? Easy Adjust TKO'd within 2 minutes of round 3. The comeback is complete. T-City on top, Cyrus.
MysticMac is not here to mess about, brother. He will stay game from beginning to end and able to overcome massive adversity in that one, Pudgy, to get the W, brother.
Wow, man. MysticMac, hey, geez, respect to you, brother. Man, I thought I'm not gonna lie, man. Adjust had it. He was there. But hey, man, we know how EA is sometimes, man.
It's tough. Easy Adjust was putting on such a beautiful performance, and as the name would suggest, adjusting well, diversifying it and mixing it all up, feeding the opponent everything that he could. But MysticMac stuck to the guns and got it done. One thing that I was gonna say was that right from him, that 2 of Ortega T-City over the top, the shoulder, could not block that hand several times in that fight. I was concerned because every time he landed it, right, effective damage could be seen on the head health of Pettis. But either way, beautiful fight, and it just makes me excited for the next one, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This is another PlayStation bout, and well, every single fight has lived up so far, but these PlayStation guys especially coming through and putting on some shows, so I'm interested to see it, brother. We've got Savanna up against JM21, fight in the Bantamweight division. We know that the PlayStation guys normally have very, very silky smooth striking, so I'm interested to see what they can get going in the lighter weight classes there, Pudgy.
I'm not entirely too certain with these 2 guys here as far as for JM21, or I wouldn't say certain, I would say familiar. Sorry, that was the wrong term. But anyway, I would say I think I might have saw JM21 in the comments or anything like that, but it seems like he's out there. So what I will say though, I'm just hoping for a good scrap, and we're going to see who comes on top tonight.
Already seen Rob Font once in PrimeTime MMA Fight Night 9. Now we're seeing Jan enter at 135. A lot of speed, Cyrus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, the Rob Font pick is actually a great counter to Peter Yan, in my opinion. The power of him, the ability to box with him, and he has great survivability as well there, Pudgy, and is able to do great work even when he's taking a little bit of damage, but maybe not doing so great off his back. This is a great opening for Peter Yan there.
Yeah,
Jan,
I would say, go ahead, Ben. You're good, man. Go ahead.
Sorry, Pudge. Jan, of course, not known for the wrestling. Most people see him as a striker, but he does have incredible offensive and defensive wrestling. Pudge, I'm going to send it over to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. One thing I would say, man, like, honestly, in a lot of, like, league fights that we've seen, whether it's PrimeTime or ESFL or, anything like that, Jan is definitely, like, a bantamweight favorite, and one thing for certain, man, like, with that force and nature perk, man, really comes in clutch. And just with the speed and power what Jan just possesses, like he just has, man. And the ground game is just amazing too, man. Like I see why that people use Jan.
Oh,
but one thing with Juan Font, good denial there. But one thing about Font, man, he's just, geez, man, that Font is just that guy, man. Like he just knows how to adjust really well, and I think anyone who uses them, like myself, for an example, body work crazy, head work, it's you just gotta count for all that stuff. But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, great Kimura sweep from Jan there. Was about to say, can't use any of those attributes when you're on your back and on the mat. But look at this, 2 minutes remaining in this opening round. Jan in an advantageous position. JM21 now facing Piotr No Mercy. Jan gets the full guard posture up. Savanna is doing good work here, Cyrus.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And this is what you need up against a Obviously dangerous. Rob Font put him on his back, maybe get him a little bit gassed and just take a little bit of the pop away from some of those shots because they're very, very well matched on the feet. So working him on the, on the bottom, getting him on his back a little bit, touching him up a little bit there, Pudgy, is really, really going to start to play dividends as this fight progresses.
Yeah, for sure. I think as far as for like if Savanna can maintain this this side saddle control, and really kill someone's block, and that's one idea as well too that I've been trying to work on a lot, is that if you can really maintain that side saddle position, because there's really only maybe there's only two positions that you really can go, and if you try to go towards like side control or you try to go backside, and you both are denied, and you kind of maintain that denial there, geez, man, you can really kill someone's block, let alone their stamina alone.
Grappler's Delight through 5. Seems that these 135ers content to duke it out on the mat. Second round upon us. Pudge, what did you make of those first 5 minutes?
Man, I would say that it's at the very end of it, it's very even. I would say that Jan did a good job with that takedown. I think that he probably got put up on the board for that, as far as like taking round 1 because of that. I think Rob Font just needs to do a little more better of a takedown defense, but other than that, I think if this stays on the feet, man, this is going to be electric.
We almost saw it there, Bane. Coming out very, very active was Rob Font, but Peter Yan seems to be committed to slowing this fight down a little bit and taking away some of those offensive opportunities for Rob Font. Peter Yan now trying to answer back with some shots of his own, poking forward with the jab, landing.
How did I get muted again? Oh my God! I'm throwing this computer away. I'm throwing this computer away. It's going in the trash. I was like, why is he talking over me? These 135ers really going at it now, midway through the second, trading on the feet. First round was largely a grappling event, but now you can see everybody's unloading in the striking department.
It's becoming a little bit of a kind of Slobberknocker here, standing in the center of the cage, fighting in the phone booth, if you will. These are some really, really good body work from Savanna. He's really starting to add up and maybe just beating Rob Font to the punch a little bit. And I don't know, Bane, what do you think? Maybe that was just due to the grappling a little bit earlier on, slowing Rob Font down just that little bit?
Potentially. I think it's also the midsection work that Savanna's been implementing, really touching up the ribs and the body of JM21. And you can see there's already a stamina discrepancy between these two. Jan getting back to it with those hooks to the liver or uppercuts.
Yeah, the stamina or the cardio of Peter Yan is definitely in his favor here. He's going to recover better in between rounds if this goes the next 2 minutes as well, Pudgy. But what do you think you need to see from JM in order to get some success going?
I would say just try to just be on that outside, man. But the one thing about it too, man, he might have to maybe try to take it to Jan's role, maybe start taking him down. But just get up as soon as you do it, because you might not want to be on the ground when that happens. But, I mean, as of right now, it ain't looking so hot.
Look at how crimson the blood is on the mat. Each guy busted open and leaking. 70 seconds remain in the second round, and we are seeing 2 guys who are going to be going to the hospital after this fight.
This is really, really good work so far from Peter Yan, man. You've got to appreciate it. He had some good success on the feet. Now he's just kind of trying to consolidate the round by raining down some ground and pound from half guard. Not getting overzealous with it, though, Pudgy, staying calm and composed over the last 30 seconds of this fight.
Yeah, James doing a really good job as far as maintaining that, that top control there. And he just wants to basically just let him know. It's just like, hey, listen, wherever that you're at, I'm going to take it to you. So, hey, good job to JM. Oh, but he just
taking the back. Savanna in a bad position here to end round 2. Final 5 minutes upon us. Have to think we could be looking at a 1-1 scorecard going into the third and final round.
Jan was more active in that one. 104 to 89.
That you saw the significant strikes landed for Peter Yan in that second round. Didn't quite get to see the first round stats, but it's a very, very even game plan, but momentum seems to be in the favor of Peter Yan, and he feels like he has the game plan to answer JM this evening. So far, so good for that man right there, babe.
Great takedown defense from Savanna early. No mercy with no regard for JM21, looking to just shut out the red corner. Rob Font now carrying the former Bantamweight champion on the back, and now we're back on the mat.
There we go. Bane, Mr. Sir, what would you like to see? What would you like to see JM do here?
Of the
you got 4
simultaneous
minutes,
throwing,
man. You
throwing
got
to each
4
other.
minutes, man.
You know, I think that each guy just needs to, as mentioned earlier, have more urgency and intention to lead. Be the person that's controlling the pace, because with such an even match, right, closely contested through 10, you need to be the one that's having the larger moments, which come courtesy of controlling the fight. And now Jan postured up, touching the chin of Font Cyrus.
Yeah, on that point exactly there, Bane. You've got to be willing to lose it all to win it all. You saw it in Izzy kind of mouthing it to Kelvin Gastelum at the last round of their fight, and this is what we're going to need to see from these guys right here over the last 3 minutes there, Pudgy. Who wants it more? Who's willing to just really push for that finish, or grinding out these seconds towards a victory there, brother?
Honestly, I would say if Savanna keeps doing what he's doing a really good job of, you know, also just kind of just getting these takedowns and maintaining this top control, man. I think that's really been his biggest thing throughout the whole entire fight. It's really just mixing it up very well. Like, I mean, he can strike good, but I think that his, you know, his ground game, man, it's there. Oh man, this is just, I don't know, man. It's nuts. It's nuts within itself. So anything can happen. I would say hopefully if Font would, you know, like to kind of get this back on the feet, I think, like I said, man, that 4-punch combination to the body, man, will really change the dynamic of this fight.
Now, this is a great position here for Savanna. Denied that. Looks to get in the top mount. Yes, he will get it. 135 contest concluding in 90 seconds. JM21 not doing enough in these final 5 minutes, at least in my professional opinion, to get the nod, being controlled by No Mercy. And you can see here just peppering strikes from the former champion. Savanna now postures up and going to work.
In such a tough fight there, Pudgy. This is kind of what you needed. Like I said, we wanted to see who was going to want it a little bit more in this third round. Evenly contested over the first two, and it looks like Savanna wants it that little bit more and grinding it out on the ground here.
30 seconds remaining. You can see Jan trying. Look at this, though. Not enough time to do it. Now, that's a questionable decision, Pudgy, right? You are likely down in this round. You have a chance to maybe try to get up and return to the feet and throw one big strike. We saw that earlier with MysticMac. Huge comeback from him. But look at this, Rob Font accepting the defeat, at least in my mind.
Couple brownie points there just to kind of get up on the board, but I would give this to Jan, man.
Have to think first round could be very close. Jan, as seen in the highlights here, dragging Font to the mat, No Mercy. Really displayed a great grappling prowess. Savanna took the fight where he wanted it. Sort of what we were all talking about, right? Dictating the pace. And there's no easier way to tell who's leading than if you're shooting for a takedown and getting it.
For sure. I think that he just did, like I said, man, he did a really good job of just mixing it up, taking this back. Just keeping it really on the ground and just really getting that ground control on the board, man. I don't think that a lot of people really understand how effective the ground game can really be, because we trust me, we remember in the beginning of UFC 4 when it was in its crappy stages, and it's in some stages it's still crappy, but I would say for the ground game itself, man, like you really have to know of how to maintain it and everything like that, man. I just wish those ground and pound elbows were back, man, because
you'd love to see it, right?
Really, I love to see it, dude. Love to see it.
But well, on that being said, just a little update, because I skipped across a little bit quickly. It was 29-28, 30-27 on one judge's scorecard, and 29-28. That was a great performance right there. He really left it all out there, and kind of did what he needed to get the victory. I am excited ahead of the next one though. Bane, we have EK JakeyB up against KM Caliber, two very, very highly touted talents on the UFC 4 community.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, EK already announcing themselves at Fight Night 9 with EK Issues versus Easy Mixups. Now we're seeing the sophomore appearance of the EK camp in the featured prelim of the night. And sort of, again, yeah, you mentioned Kingsman Caliber versus JakeyB. This one is going to be interesting.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm excited for this lineup here for Mr. Caliber and Mr. JakeyB here, because one thing I would say for KM, for those Kingsmen, they like I said, phenomenal strikers, man. Like Val, my man Herbo, geez, man, Noetta, those guys, man, those guys are pretty great. But like I said, man, listen, EK, that man comes from a dangerous camp as well too. So,
KM versus EK. This could be an appetizer for what will be a main course of a beautiful tournament later down the line if that does transpire. Either way, JakeyB versus Caliber underway. Edwards versus Usman. We've seen the Nigerian Nightmare, I believe, once before already. Kingsman with that rocky pick. Cyrus, what do you make of the fighter choices?
I think Cyrus possibly might have dropped out here. So I think it's just me and you, Bane, for the quick second.
Oh, look at this, though. JakeyB on the back already, not where Caliber wants to be. The KM member doing what he can to get out of these positions. Tries to get the get up, does get it, Pudge.
Yes, sir. Let's see who. Good trip.
Great denial there.
Apologies there, guys. Had some technical issues. I am back on the microphone. These guys are...
Did your computer mute you too, Cyrus?
It would appear so, bro. It would appear so. I don't know what the fuck.
Are we haunted? Is this some sort of poltergeist?
That's just some Discord fuckery going on. I just gonna say that.
Boy.
Luckily, I'm just looking at this shit through my phone. So, like, hopefully I don't have any issues like this. But, yeah.
Kingsman versus EK, largely contested through the first 2 minutes. Caliber trying to do a lot, but JakeyB pushing the pace. Cyrus with that early takedown, establishing the grappling side of mixed martial arts. What are you making of this fight so far?
Honestly, it's kind of exactly what I would expect to see. Seeing Caliber try to work his striking, maintain the distance, and obviously, you know, continue to have some good takedown defense if he can. But JakeyB is a problem on the ground. He has one of the most committed grappling kind of game plans of any fighter I've seen in quite some time, and implements it perfectly. So I think Usman is a perfect pick for him. I think you'll agree there, Pudgy.
Sure. I think that Cam Caliber here, I think that he's just, I think he's probably comfortable on the feet. Well comfortable on the feet, I'm sorry. It was on the ground. I think that he's not going to, you know, to fear and kind of overreact like some people do. I think that he will...
Not too sure what has happened there. The microphone is seemingly cut out for the moment. Hopefully the stream is still going strong.
I believe we are having a little bit of technical interruption. There we go, back at it again. Quality is re-established. 1 minute remains in this opening round. Pudge, I'm gonna let you finish.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't even remember what the hell I was saying, but I would say that Leon would just need to utilize more of that kickboxing there, more body work to the legs. I'm sorry, legs to the body work. Oh, jeez, man, I don't know. I'm just thrown off.
Don't worry, brother. It's okay. We're gonna blame some technical issues and hope that they do not persist as we continue onwards. In the little bit of a freeze up for there, they did get a little bit of a knockdown. Did JakeyB was able to sit down Caliber for just a moment, so that one is obviously on the scorecards as well. It's been an interesting opening first round. We see it right there, stun and knockdown from JakeyB. He's looking very, very good. The pressure on the feet, very, very clean and you know, dominant. And obviously that takedown threat is real there, Bane.
And that's tough for the KM member because, of course, he did have a bit of an edge in terms of striking statistics, effective both and in total. So having that knockdown to steal that round away from him might put a bit of a fire inside him in the second set of 5 minutes. Here he comes, jab, deep right off the bat. Nigerian Nightmare, though, really just giving it to him. Great denial from the Kingsman. Look at this, EK JakeyB sits KM Caliber down.
And giving him all he can handle over the opening 7 or so minutes of this first round or two. These guys are going at it. JakeyB's really, really pouring it on and now is in his most favored position. Any sort of grappling exchange as he slices over into side control there, Pudgy.
Oh, geez, man, that was a good 1-2 head kick that this man just did. Really shook up, I would say, Mr. Caliber there on the feet. And I think just like now, he just needs to refine that adjustment. And I think that he can probably just get back into this fight. He's not down. Hey, we all get flashed, right? So essentially, we just kind of find that way to, you know, to come back.
You know, there's so much, obviously, rallying that can happen and has already happened. I have to think about some notable situations. Frankie Edgar versus Gray Maynard. The opening round was awful for Frankie in both of their fights, knocked down several times, but then rallies, of course, to get the win in the rematch. So you can see here, there are examples of facing adversity and pulling through. 250 remain in this second round. KM Caliber, great opportunity here. Does he get backsetting? Yes, he does. Hooks are in, Cyrez.
Yeah, like you mentioned there, brother, anything can happen. We've seen it even tonight with MysticMac coming back after that adversity with it just earlier on. Looks like we are seeing Caliber trying to replicate something similar this evening. Obviously having all he can handle over those first 8 minutes, but now finds himself in a pretty dominant position as he takes the back there, Pudgy.
Oh, I think Leon, oh, he goes for that, I thought he was going to go for that back flap. Goes back to the back sitting. Interesting. I think he's going to try to maintain that. Okay. Postured up. Getting some strikes in there. Okay.
So far, so good. He's doing a good job of maintaining the top control is Caliber. Obviously not where he ideally wants to be, but you can understand it, Bane, when he's obviously been taken down once or twice, or those shots are coming, so just nice to maintain some top control and stack up some seconds in his favor.
Absolutely. Control time is such a great thing because when it accumulates fast, largely. And you can see here, though, oh, big 1-2s coming from, oh! Usman rocked the Nigerian Nightmare taste. Oh!
JakeyB with the head movement of his own. Been training with the likes of Spider. Been training with the likes of Dyno for sure. The head movement is on point.
Yeah, for sure, man. Even though JakeyB's looking a little shaky.
Hook knocked down. KM Caliber in trouble here.
Oh, can he put him out? Oh, man, barely survived that, though. Barely.
Really finding his rhythm as we conclude the second round. Final 5 minutes upon us, and each round, it seems, KM Caliber having success, but not consistently enough to really make that matter on the judges' scorecards. I believe, Cyrez, that he needs a finish.
I think I'd agree with you there, mate. I think I'd agree with you. JakeyB's been looking really, really good over the course of the fight. He's starting out quickly, and this is what he needs, I think, crowding JakeyB and maybe trying to force those shots, taking away some of the control that JakeyB's able to get when he's able to get some of the range, just like that, brother. Just like that.
Tough for the KM member coming into this third and final round, already being on your back within a minute of the fight. That is not where you want to be, Pudge.
No, not at all. This is plenty of time to really just drain his stamina. Just because, hey, you know, predominantly Kamaru is a wrestler, so of course that he's just gonna try to maintain that. I don't think that Leon probably has the best skills off the back. I don't think so. But I think that I just think that if he can maintain and just try to stay on the ground as long as possible, he can get this. But they're doing a really good job on the feet as well, too. So it can really go either way. But I would say in most cases, like I said, man, JakeyB's been making some good adjustments. But you can't count out Caliber. I wouldn't count that man out.
KM Caliber now on the feet. The striking realm is where he wants to be with that Leon Edwards pick. Of course, the kickboxer, but look at this beautiful head movement by JakeyB. Really utilizing the full extent of the champion. The Nigerian Nightmare has so many different tools, and JakeyB really using all of them. Good moment there from Caliber, but you can see the stamina differential is starting to grow, Cyrus.
Yeah, you've got to think that for JakeyB, he's just going to be feeling that if he's able to get out of this round, he's got it in the bag, but he doesn't seem to be content with it as he's trying to land some nice power shots on the straight, but what a counter from Caliber!
Look at this! KM Caliber, though, taking it to JakeyB. JakeyB, worse for wear midway through the third. Here comes Caliber.
There he goes, man. JakeyB looking shaky on that.
He needed that takedown, but Caliber's takedown defense holds up Bane, and now he's just being calm and calculated over the stretch. 1 minute 50 to work. He needs something big, as you alluded to. That finish is needed.
Oh! Doesn't need that! Caliber dropped. JakeyB coming on strong. This could be it. That is it! silences KM in this one.
Jeez. Hey. Good comeback. That's potential. Hey, man, that's a potential fight of the night right there, man.
Definitely an early candidate for it there, Pudgy. I mean, what a match to close out the prelims even. featured fight of the prelims between KM Caliber and EK Jakey. Both guys putting it all on the line there, Bane, and well, they really showed out this evening.
Heart was evident from both competitors. Red and blue corner, just leaving it in the octagon, which is what you want to see, and a great showing for the camps as well, right? KM Caliber was not successful at all things through the first 10 minutes, but came out in the third winging and swinging and found success there, right? So KM, great respect to you, no stock loss. EK, though, taking it this time around and remaining undefeated in this card.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sure.
We have another very fun fight on. This one's going to try to live up to the hype of the last one, and it has all of the makings to do so. We're going to be seeing the one and only Satchmoelife stepping forward up against NFN Drakeo. Both guys very good all-round talents. We know that Satchmo's got the grappling to boot, but if I'm not incorrect there, Pudgy, I believe Drakeo's more of a striker, right, brother?
I believe so. If I'm not mistaken, I'm very familiar with Satchmo because me and Satchmo, we dogs. We always go each other. We face off in rank, and we're cool like that. So I'm very familiar more with Satchmo than I am with Drak. But I feel like he's definitely no pushover. I definitely seen him on a couple of cards here and there. His striking is definitely up there. But when it comes to Satchmo, if you know how I'm striking, Satchmo, he matches that. So respect to that, brother. Hopefully I'll get in the booth with you one of these days as well too. But as far as for like this going forward, I'm going for Satch. Satch knows what to do, man.
Well, right now they're starting out quickly. Satchmo trying to take the center of the cage, trying to probe him backwards with the jab. Bane, I mean, he's looking good so far with the leg kicks and the jab.
Satchmo, looking even better with that. Satchmo really establishing himself early. Drake is in need of some pushback. This is the time of the fight where you need to kind of remind your opponent, hey, I'm here for a reason. I'm a competitor. If you let him take the fight by storm early, his confidence is only going to be surging. And we all know, Pudgy, when someone's in the flow state, it's impossible to get him out of it.
No, exactly, brother. I feel you on that. It's like once you find that groove, man, it's like you just gotta stick to it. Just don't overcommit, because after a while they start to catch on. And one false move, man, now you eating beans. That's all I'm saying.
All about that bean city, brother. That was a lovely knee and almost sent him to hell with that one.
This man eating beans over here. 2 minutes into the fight, Satchmoelife now encountering some resistance from Drake. Drake pushing forward with Rob Font, trusting the power that is within that 135 or Cyrez. This has been even through two. Who do you think is going to really pull away as this round continues?
Well, so far, I find it very hard to say. Satchmoelife has started out good. He seems to be doing the better of taking the center of the cage, but half of that maybe is down to Drakeo just taking a little bit more of a calm and composed approach in this opening going. So we'll have to see how it goes, but both guys very dangerous in the opening 3 minutes there, Bane, and obviously all to play for. I'd like to see maybe a little bit of a grappling attempt out of Satchmo. We know how dangerous he is there.
Especially with Dillashaw, the offensive wrestling is a kind of tool in the back pocket if you need to rely on it. Oblique kicks from Drake landing on that knee of Dillashaw. Pudgy, tell me about how difficult oblique kicks can be to deal with. Big head kick there.
To be honest with you, man, with oblique kicks, man, like I feel like they're not like used as much as like they should, because like I feel like it's a like a jab for your legs almost, really. You know what I mean? So like if you think about it, like for people using calf kicks and stuff like that, it's a very little close little range finder.
Exactly.
But I think just with oblique kicks, I think that they play a really good role, especially if you know how to utilize them very well. I don't really use them as much as I should, but maybe I should start adding that to my game. But I just feel like with oblique kicks, they're definitely a little hidden gem that a lot of players don't really utilize as much. But I think, these guys here, they're utilizing that pretty well.
Yeah, all round. I mean, on that point right there, all round, I think you see it kind of much like the calf kick. It wasn't a technique that was utilized often from a lot of people, but once you start to see a few people utilize it and have success there, Bane, that then sends a ripple effect throughout the community, as you know it's a viable technique to get you those W's.
The evolution of MMA is truly something to watch. This first round statistically looked close, 40-38 on one side, but significance resides with the former bantamweight champion Dillashaw, 23 significant strikes to Rob Font's 13. Font needs to up the ante in terms of volume with the power.
Yeah,
he's doing a really good. He's doing really good as far as for just peppering that body. I'm telling you, man. Once you start getting those body hits, man, those that stamina is going to start going down real quick.
It does. It does.
Tough opening to this second round. You saw Drake really press and be the aggressor in the first couple seconds, taken down by Satchmoelife. That's got to be a mentally frustrating thing to deal with. And now here's Satchmoelife in the pocket, Font landing.
Yeah, he's got to be careful, even though that takedown attempt is, there for him. He doesn't want to, telegraph it at all. The uppercut with the power combined from Drakeo with that Rob Font pick could send him to hell, but in and out is Satchmo so far, working that jab and that league leg kick, doing great, Pudgy, over the opening 2 minutes of the second round.
Yeah, for sure. Satchmo. Satchmo just got. Oh my
Drake knocks down Satchmo. This could be it. Satchmoelife on the verge of being out.
Oh man, good survival. See, one thing I would say about with Satch is that, he got him in the Kimura. There's been plenty of times that I would honestly say, man, like there's been some times where it's been like that for me and him, and he just kind of knows what to do.
The tracking is getting away from Dillashaw as the submission progresses, but you can see Cyrez, the big stamina advantage, resides with the red corner. This one could be close.
Yeah, with 2 minutes 35 on the clock, plenty of time, but the escape does seem like it may be imminent, but Satchmo's doing a good job of just tracing him. If he can continue to do so for a couple seconds longer, no, he escapes.
That was close.
Position lost for Satchmoelife. Bad spot for him. Drakeo now with an opportunity to return the favor and try to get some control and damage of his own. Short elbows on the inside from Dillashaw off of his back. 2 minute warning for the second round. Rob Font stands up.
Lots to play for still for Rob Font there, Pudgy. This is where he wants to be. The power can really start to reign true here.
Satchmo almost had that Kimura, man. If he would just track him just a little better, I think that he would have got it. But hey, man, Satch, he's doing a really good job. I think he just needs to protect his body a little more. But he's doing a really good job of answering with that 1-2, kick to the body. Okay, that's really peppering that body of Font.
Each guy standing and trading in the pocket. As you mentioned, Pudge, the midsection work from Font is really something to watch out for. I've seen him dip to the body several times and land with intent. And now you can see he's feeling himself in the pocket more than he did in the first 5. Being more confident is Drakeo. 40 seconds remain, but look at this. Satchmoelife stealing back the momentum.
Yes, sir. That crane kick sent him almost to Bean City because, geez, if he didn't protect that as well as he did, that would have been a good night.
Pudge, we both know Bean City's a one-way trip. You don't come back from Bean City if you get sent there. Rob Font trying to do that right now, but Dillashaw giving him everything he can think about. Final round, 5 minutes remain in this bantamweight scrap, Cyrez.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all out there. It's been a very, very interesting opening to this fight. Still all to play for going into the third, but Rob Font is having some adversity. I think he just really needs to start to try and sit down on that power and catch TJ as he's poking in and out, but Satchmo so far so good with the game plan he's trying to implement there, Bane.
Absolutely, and you can see here Drakeo really coming out swinging. Pudge, this isn't look good for Satchmoelife. The head held is no longer there.
No, it's not. So that's that down. He has to be careful now.
Rob Font really giving it to the former champion. Satchmoelife in trouble. You can see he's busted up. That eye is bleeding early in the third. Not where you want to be. That left hook of Font is landing.
Oh, yes it is.
This is what we needed to see. Rob Font planting on those shots, landing the power on the chin, on the body, marching forward, making that cage feel really, really small, but Satchmo's not ready to go out yet, trying to answer back with something big there, Pudgy.
Satchmo's doing a really good job of surviving on that, man, because he almost got Now here's the
look at this!
Oh my God.
Drakeo down again. Bean City ticket could be incoming, Pudgy, but have to think TJ Dillashaw, his face looking like he belongs in Silence of the Lambs. Really doing good work, though, within 2 minutes of this last round, touching the body of Font.
This is crazy, man. Font just get his body chewed up. he has to protect that. Because if he's not going to protect that, Satch is just going to keep doing that over and over.
Oh! 1-2 for fun. Satchmo on the ropes. Almost out of it. Big kick from Drake.
Oh, but the back take keeps Satchmo in it. There's plenty of time to work as well, and now the grappling is on. You know Satchmo's going to be feeling like he needs to cling on to this position, make it very, very tight.
Look at this, Dillashaw in top mount, posturing up. This is exactly what Satchmo needs. Rob Font, worse for wear in the head health department, Pudgy.
This ain't looking too good for Mr. Drak over here. If he doesn't understand about Satchmo's ground game, this is over.
Oh, stacked guard for the former bantamweight king. Dillashaw raining down everything he can on Drakeo Satchmo. 90 seconds to get the stoppage. Can he do it in a really contested third round?
Oh my God, that upper.
Here comes Satchmo. Really wants to announce himself. Head kick lands.
It's imminent.
Oh, the knee, brother. The knee.
Wow, that's it. That's it.
There you go.
Satchmo stops him midway through the third. Dillashaw busted up but not busted out. That ticket to Bean City going to the blue corner.
Yeah, phenomenal work from him there, Pudgy. I mean, he came out looking great, had some adversity midway through that fight, but rallying at the end with that beautiful knee to the chin.
Yo, listen, Satchmo, if you're watching, good fucking job. I will say that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to curse, but geez, man, what the fuck?
The performance, it does deserve some usage of the swear words in the sense of just how much of a rally that was in kind of an inverse way. Satchmo really was doing good work through the first two, and then in the third round, you saw Font come alive. Satchmo had all the success within 10 minutes, but was on the back foot and had to rally, even though he was the one that was winning. I think in those positions, that's when it really shows the grit of a competitor. When you were winning, and then you get knocked down, and then you have to win again, instead of being knocked down from the get-go and then rallying to win.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was an incredible fight. I mean, there's so many contenders for like fight of the night so far. I mean, how do you call it? They've been putting on action-packed performances, start to finish. There, being makes me very, very excited to get into the next one, there, brother.
Absolutely. Of course, this main card is truly filled to the brim with competitors that you guys do not want to miss.
This next one set up for another PlayStation bout. We're going to be having the one and only purple Urkle. He's going to be stepping up against Magical Cloud. We've seen these guys perform already. Very, very dangerous strikers, and from the matchups I've just saw as they were loading in, it appears that that's what we have ahead of us again tonight. Max Holloway up against Conor McGregor, unless my eyes deceived me there. Pudgy, all the hallmarks of a very, very fun fight, brother.
I would say between these two guys, I've seen a couple of performances from Mr. Urkle over here, and man, that man can really put on a clinic if he really needs to. I think Magical Cloud might be new to the promotion. I haven't really seen him, but I know since we, you guys started opening up the PlayStation card, which is very clutch on you guys for doing that. Gives a good opportunity for some other people to display their skills. But I'm just kind of excited to see what both guys really need to bring to the table. But I would say for now, Purple Urkle is just going to kind of keep his distance. Wait a minute.
It's over! It's over! It's already over! Purple Urkle out cold! McGregor steals the soul early! What was that? What was that?
If you didn't know his name before, you know it now, Pudgy. Magical Cloud. Jesus.
Yo.
Absolutely snaps the neck of the former featherweight king. Max Holloway dead in the octagon. The McGregor with the karate style stance, the cornrows.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, man. Oh my God, dude! Okay. I was just trying to explain to everybody, like, what the hell?
Wow. Did we, Cyrus, I'm unsure if we put out a warning about dead bodies at the beginning of this broadcast. TVMA, viewers beware, you just saw someone get murdered.
Oh my God.
He wasn't there to just, you know, separate him from his consciousness. He was there to take souls, you know. Robbie Lawler, ruthlessness was coming through, being channeled through Magical Cloud tonight. His Conor McGregor, I mean, just landed a perfect shot and sat his opponent down. We see that right there. I mean, he threw 4 strikes all on the button. Oh, he threw 8 strikes, I apologize, but 4 significant all on the button and able to close out the show. That man looking fantastic this evening.
Landing at a 100% significant clip. That was truly beautiful. I don't think that extended 30 seconds. Purple Urkle, you will be back, but wow, what can you say about Magical Cloud? The only thing that I can say is I'm now even more pumped to move forward into the main card. Another PlayStation bout at 205 light heavyweight. The first time we are progressing to that weight class in Primetime Fight Night 9. Cartz versus T.O. Soul.
Yes, sir. Another PlayStation bout. It's a really, really fun one. Both guys incredibly fun fighters there, Pudgy. Gonna have, once again, all the hallmarks of a very fun fight, brother, as we said before.
Man, I'm sorry, man. I'm just stunned of what the fuck just happened. I'm sorry, man. I know we're on to the next card. My man Soul is up next against Cartz. These are 2 very, very technical fighters. But, man, holy shit. Ooh. Magical Cloud, you got a fan, bro. But back to this. Soul, you got this, bro. Just stay on your shit, man. Let's go. I want
to interrupt Pudge. Of course, Cartz in the Twitch chat. Expect a masterpiece. He's calling shots right there. Oh, my gosh! Oh! What an early adversity for the red corner. That might be a poor decision to go with the calf because now he is tasting all of the greatest of all time can give him.
From possibly the fastest knockout we have ever seen in primetime history to another incredibly quick start, and now Carter finds himself in this top mount position, in a great position now to start raining down some shots, Pudgy. This is not good for Joey.
Man, first of all, that spinning back kick just to open up the round was just legendary from itself. So I'm just going to take that back from Cartz.
Yes, Cartz said expect a masterpiece. I personally didn't believe him, but boy, he is painting with broad strokes here, taking the back, getting into this top mount position. This is a classic John Bones Jones fight. Gets the denial there. Good job from Dalloway.
Jeez, man, that was crazy. Man, I thought we were about to honestly have just another crazy potential fighter knockout of the night right there, man. Under 10 seconds.
Could you imagine back-to-back, just really quick, low volume strike knockout? I would lose it. Like I said, I'm losing my banana over here. The crucifix is a bad position for Joe.
I don't think the broadcast could handle it if that happened twice in a row, man. I don't think it could, but Carter's trying to put on a masterful performance, as he alluded to in the chat prior to the fight. He's doing a good job of riding out this top control after that early knockdown there, Pudgy. You love to see it. Excellent, masterful work from this man so far.
This ain't good. That stamina ain't looking too good on Mr. Dalloway over here.
Carter has limited the success of Joey to literally nothing. This first round has been all Carter. I have to imagine if this gets to the scorecards, it could be in the conversation of a 10-8. This is just pure domination from Bones.
I have to say, these fights are going to leave me in a bit of a nervous wreck if they continue at this rate. These guys all putting on action-packed battles back and forth. Either way, we see the shots now coming down from Cartz. This one not so much back and forth so far. I mean, Cartz is really, really putting together a masterful performance this evening.
He definitely is, man. He's doing a really good job of just maintaining that top control. He's just doing what, like he said, this is a masterpiece.
Wow.
This is something nice to see, man.
This has been the most dominating fight I have ever seen. Joey is just on the verge of getting pounded out. 30 seconds remain in this opening round. It has been all John Bones Jones. The masterpiece appears to have been completed. But look at this. Disrupting the painting is Joey. Big reversal. 10 seconds remain. Returns the favor, Pudge.
Yes, sir.
Good defense. Goes for the submission. 1 second. He just said, fucking give me your arm, but not enough time to get anything going with it. There's still plenty of time left in the fight, but T.O. Soul having all the adversity he can handle over the opening 5 minutes there, Bane. You love to see it. All output from Cartz over the stretch.
Sure, man. For sure, man. One thing I'll say about Cartz, man, he came through, like I said, with that spinning back kick to the face. I thought that was almost it, but hey, Joey did a good job as far as like maintaining and and doing good survival, but he has to really be careful, man. I just think that that crucifix really would really messed him up. But geez, man, we're like back into it.
I do not want to detract from Dalloway's ability to get back into this one, but it does not seem like it is an if but a when with Carter. Oh! As I say it, Carter goes high and lands.
The only poo-poo on his fight so far was that missed head kick, but you cannot blame him. Definitely feeling himself. The takedown success is there once again, and probably going to look for that crucifix if he can get it, and he does, Bane.
He does. All short elbows on the inside, about to become crucifix, one of the most lethal positions you could possibly be in. 2 minutes in, and Joey is in a world of trouble.
Denial number one.
Almost said Bane. I'm Bane.
It's all good, brother. It's all good, man.
Right now, once again, we see John Jones now in top control, finds himself slicing over into that side control position. This is a very, very dominant performance so far from Carter, and honestly, I am very impressed to see this man have such a level of control on the ground there, Pudgy. He denies once again.
Jeez, man. He's raining down
this is it. That's it. One punch from the knee on belly position is all it takes. Carter said, expect a masterpiece. That was a masterpiece.
Yes, sir.
A masterpiece out of sight.
I mean, look, normally, I don't know if that gets performance of the night over a 5-second knockout, because I don't know how much more of a perfect performance that gets, but this was about as clean as it can get. He really didn't get tested too much in terms of defensively. His offense is just so clean tonight there, Bane.
Yeah, I have to say, obviously discussing post-fight bonuses will be after the broadcast, but in the conversation of performance of the night, what I personally want to see out of a competitor is domination. With a quick flash KO like that, there's not a lot there, right? It's a great knockout, and I think in the conversation for knockout of the night, but in terms of performance of the night, this was clearly a different beast in the octagon, and I have to say, this is my front runner for performance of the night.
Excellent points there, brother. Excellent points. That, though, does take us on to the next one, guys. We have another set of absolute killers up ahead of us. The one and only Killer Jake, also known as Bless Jake, as he's made a reform, coming out looking very, very clean in his striking, has the ability to just absolutely body people with his shots to the body. He just looks really, really good with his hands all round, and he's got his work cut out a little bit tonight there, Pudgy, up against Simple Benny, that's been looking very good so far.
I would agree. My boy Beney, another part of the BSD camp. He's been a good addition. I feel like he's definitely making his way as far as like up through promotion and everything like that, and just in other leagues in general. I would give some credit to Killer Jake. He's been on a tear. I will say that, even though that he's been somewhat calling me out. So I'll say that. But other than that, I'll give my man credit where it's due. Definitely a killer on the ground. Striking is definitely impeccable. And he definitely lives up to his name for sure until he comes across me. So until then, we're going to see how this plays out. And we're going to see who comes through.
Talking about the penultimate fight before we get to the top of the main card, before the co-main and main event of the evening, Blessed Jake has not convinced me with this rebranding, because he still looks like an absolute killer in the octagon. Guy is aggressive. You can't call yourself blessed when you're snatching souls. But on the other side of the equation, Simple Benny, simply fantastic. Always good to watch this guy because of the durability, the survivability that we've seen in PrimeTime Fight Night 9, ICB GreatMist versus JakeyB is something to behold, absolutely. But Simple Benny takes that to a different level. Nurmagomedov versus McGregor.
This is an interesting matchup, 2-11 in the favor of the one and only Killer Jake. As we've mentioned, though, multiple times, a little bit different under the bright lights. We'll have to see who's able to get their game plan going early. They touch gloves, and McGregor starting out nicely with that kick, but
denial of the Dagestani. Simple Benny not successful within the first takedown of the fight, Pudge.
Yes, sir. I just think that Benny just needs to just kind of wait and see how his opponent reacts.
Ooh.
Because even though, like, hey, that 2 of the 11 could have been ranked spars, we don't know, right? So essentially, they have to have some type of a understanding of how each other plays, of course. But hey, like Sai said, anytime when you're under these bright lights, man, of certain leagues, most of that shit doesn't matter until you actually get onto the big stage. So it's definitely good right now.
Simple Benny, perfect level change right there, ducking under the strikes of the Irishman. Cyrez now a reversal of position.
Yes, good separation as well from Killer Jake, and this is really where his bread is buttered. The tail of this fight is going to be his takedown defense.
Welcome to Suplex City!
Yes, so far, Simple Benny looking great, staying persistent on the takedown, Pudgy, and getting high success so far, brother.
Yes, sir. And you know what? Honestly, man, we don't see enough of those type of transitions of slams and things like that, I would honestly say. Good job on Benny for putting my mans on the mat like that.
High amplitude for sure, Bane. You have to imagine that going forward here with Khabib on top of you, 3 minutes 30 odd on the clock. This is looking really, really bad for Killer Jake.
This is exactly what Simple Benny wants to do. You know the game plan when you pick the Eagle is chain wrestling to go for the ground and pound and get that TKO. 2 minutes to work. And Killer Jake, obviously a bit at a deficit in the grappling department with the Irishman, the notorious, not known, of course, for those slick grappling transitions. More of the striker, I think. But Simple Benny here now progressing into side control. This is dangerous for McGregor.
I think Benny's just going to do this for the ground control. He's doing a really good job of maintaining, doing some denials here and there.
Yeah, just absolutely Khabib smashing so far there, Pudgy, doing a good job of working him on the short shots, posturing up when he can, getting that damage off. Honestly, Simple Benny looking clean over the opening going, and with a minute left to go, you've got to imagine he's going to start to unload these shots if he can. But obviously the separation from Blessed Jake.
Easier said than done to get the shots going, but great to know. Absolutely, yes. 40 seconds remain. Jake needs to fight his way back into this.
And once again, I think the tail is going to be the takedown defense over the course of these next couple of rounds. If he's able to keep it striking, I don't know if Simple Benny's got much for Killer Jake in terms of the feet, but so far so good in terms of the clinch and takedown attempts. This man is staying persistent and had a very, very good opening round there, Pudge.
For sure. Benny did a really good job of, kind of maintaining that ground control, getting those shots in there. Jake did a really good job of defending them as well, too. As far as, like, in terms of the striking, I think Jake might have it slightly because we know Khabib's not really so much of a striker. So that's the one thing for certain. But it's a really good matchup between these guys. And like I said, I would say it slightly goes into maybe Benny's favor. Because of the takedowns, but anything can change. You'd be surprised if McGregor were to take down a Khabib. So
we've already seen McGregor put someone's lights out once on this card, of course, down at 45 with that, different skin, but still the power transfers up to 55, but not when you're on your back. McGregor needs to get back to the feet. Killer Jake needs to find that killer instinct. Simple Benny looking to continue the level changes and the grappling dominance that he's displayed. Cyrus, what do you think? Oh, look at this, though. This is exactly what he needs to do. Big knockdown for Jake.
This is exactly what I was about to start calling for. Is Killer Jake maybe start to utilize the boxing of Conor McGregor a little bit more? He has very, very clean hands, does the blessed one, Killer Jake. And yeah, he's doing a great job of doing it now. The kicks are really starting to set him up for the takedowns. And I think Killer Jake's starting to identify that there, Pudge.
Sure. I think that he did a really good job of adjusting towards Benny's, takedowns and stuff like that. And he got to a point where he's like, now I'm just going to start doing this outside. And then once he found it, that was it. But now, my boy Benny out here, he out here with the ground and pound.
This is not what Jake wants. This is a terrible position for him, especially in a round where he was having decent success, right? Secured that knockdown, but Simple Beney biting down on the mouthpiece, as mentioned, right? The survivability, the durability. This guy knows what he wants to do, and he gets it done. McGregor struggling off of his back here, Cyrus.
Yes, showing that previous record heading into this doesn't really matter. He's rising to the occasion this evening, is Simple Beney. Still lots of time to work, of course, but right now, he's looking very, very dominant and, Khabib-esque. Khabib smashing right now.
Definitely.
Dagestani doing what he wants to do. Pudge, what do you suggest to Killer Jake?
I would say for Killer Jake, he's just remaining calm. He's doing a really good job of doing those transition denials from Beney. And he did a really good job of just getting back up on the feet.
Oh, look at that, though. Simple Beney storming through the guard of Killer Jake, finding his way around the forearms and touching the chin. Even behind the beard, right? You can still find the chin of the Notorious One.
Yeah, it doesn't really have too much of a cushioning effect, unfortunately. But right now, Killer Jake, once again, on his back with a minute left to work. Simple Beney really, really staying committed to this game plan. I'm not sure if his cardio is going to be able to hold up there, though, Bane, over the course of this last round, if Killer's able to start fast as he has in the last round.
I think that's exactly what he will have to do, go for broke within the first minute, because if he allows this to go any longer, it will likely be a repeat of the first 10 minutes, just grappling and pushing and pressuring and dominance from the Dagestani. Closing seconds of the second round. Here comes Simple Beney posturing up and just trying to get some shots, and I'd love to see this. Oh, wow, look at that. Big reversal of positions right in the top mount for McGregor.
Yeah, I mean, the only problem there, Pudgy, is that I think that was a calculated decision from the one and only Simple Beney deciding to posture up at that late stage of the round, and he knows that even if he gets reversed, not really much time to do anything with it. So that was great management from Nurmagomedov as he takes him down once again.
Yes, sir.
Back to the mat, and you can see half guard transition right there, denying the attempts of Killer Jake. Jake has to be getting frustrated mentally. He is tired of the grappling. He wants to strike, but this is not going his way, Cyrus.
No, it's really, really not. The grappling is all mounting up for him. He is raining down some short shots. They're all adding up over the course, and even if he's not able to get the finish, which he's definitely pushing for here, he's stacking up the minutes of control time and all rounds starting to creep ahead in this fight. But, I mean, much to what we said earlier there, Pudgy, right now Killer Jake needs to recompose himself, work his way back to his feet, and look to get the finish, right, brother? I'm sure you've been in this position before, being somebody that's more of a favoured striker, so with 3 minutes 30, there's still plenty of time there.
Let's see.
Look at the tracking on this, pretty good at the beginning. McGregor not having the stamina advantage here, so the Eagle, Dagestani cancels.
Interesting. I wonder why Beney did that.
It's weird. Was it at least it appeared that it was pretty even. Bars were about the same size, if not more, for the submission, Cyrus.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, right now tracing very well. He doesn't go for the chain, which is going to allow him to at least maintain position, allows him to calculate and decide whether or not this is going to be something he wants to sink in a little bit deeper. Looks like he's staying committed to it, but decides to bail there as the defense of Killer Jake was holding up over the course of that submission.
Ooh, top mount.
2 minutes left in this fight. 15 minutes about to have transpired. Largely all been Simple Beney. Lone knockdown in round 2 for Killer Jake, but I don't believe it's going to be enough to get the job done when it goes to the scorecards, if it gets there.
Yeah, right now I think Simple Beney is running away with this one there, Pudgy. I mean, are you scoring that the same there, brother?
I would say so myself.
Yeah, it's too much top control. Obviously, still time for Killer Jake to work, but it's not looking like he's going to be able to get the separation. Right now, Simple Beney sticking to him like glue. With a lot of time left on the clock, even if he doesn't get this submission there, Bane, this is all extra time. I don't know why he's cancelling it there. It seems like an odd choice, at least from my perspective.
Could be just a disruption attempt, right? Trying to play a bit of a mind game with Killer Jake, make him think, hey, I'll be going for a submission, and then I'll cancel it immediately. And that's just maybe potentially overloading the servers, as they would say, of McGregor. But at the end of the day, yes, this fight is pretty much decided. And you can see he's going, wow.
My man is changing the audio with them.
Wow, this man really hit.
What the hell?
You can see. Oh, get up though. Not any time to work with it.
Oh,
this one
man, that
been
was class
decided any.
Well, that
Hope
we're
he
gonna
doesn't quit so that we can.
well, we're gonna switch it across just so I can hit the music off, but I'll bring it back for you. I'll bring back the the actual replies for you in a second. But that was all simple Beney. It would
Simple
appear.
Beney.
Yeah, all simple Beney. He runs away with that. 30-27 across the board.
UFC in the Twitch chat stealing the time with subs is clever. Absolutely, yeah, because, you know, we talked about that full guard position doesn't really give you control time, potentially. I could be wrong on that. And so having some mission attempts burn out several seconds or even 30 seconds on the clock, those are control time that's just being added into the bank. So Simple Beney with a very smart game plan here in the main card of Fight Night 9.
Good job to my man Beney for doing that. Killer Jake definitely held his own, man. Like I said, man, I give credit where it's due. He definitely made some small adjustments here and there, but I just think that Beney just did a good job of just maintaining and just using like Khabib's natural instincts of just being on, you know, the aggressive grappler and denying practically almost everything. You know, and definitely working those small submissions in there just to, you know, to either affect the health and or still time as well too, and that definitely effectively showed that. So good job to my man Beney on that. BSD gang all day.
Yes, for sure. But right now, guys, that takes us one step closer to the main event. We have had phenomenal fights so far this evening there, guys. I cannot wait for the next one. Once again, we're going to be having the TSG Smart Brady as he makes his move over to PlayStation. Looks like I made a bit of an issue on the edit there for his name, but Smart Brady is the man, TSG is the camp, now fighting across in PlayStation. He's going to be fighting across the dark horse of the PlayStation opening Grand Prix that we saw, Khamzat Bogsjmaev, a man that I believe that you're very familiar with yourself there as well, Bane.
Absolutely. Kai is the definition of a competitor, a guy who brings it anytime he wants to, but Smart Brady in the name. This guy's fight IQ is on a different level. When he's inside the octagon, whether it's a 3-rounder or a 5-rounder, Smart Brady has a smart game plan, Pudge.
For sure. I actually had the joy of actually sparring with Brady when he was on the Xbox side of things. And he's definitely a very, very crafty striker. But Kai, man, much love to that, man. He's just dominant everywhere. He can just adjust everywhere. So it's really going to be a good matchup between these guys for sure, man. So for sure.
Contested at 170, Kai stepping back in. A lot of fire under his sails in this one. Needs this W. You know, the storyline is Kai's coming back, and in order to do so successfully, you've got to shut out the competition. Smart Brady in the Masvidal pick. Kai with Luque.
Yeah, we saw in the Grand Prix that Kai has very, very good grappling, has good striking to boot with it. Brady is somebody that we know, obviously, for quite some time on the Xbox side, and I would say that the man definitely favors his striking, has looked very silky smooth in it in the past. Obviously, we see that with the Jorge Masvidal pick. That's a great takedown. Yes, Pudgy, great takedown. This is exactly what you want to see if you're Kai there. Once again...
Oh, big get up by Brady. Here you go, though. Kai in the pocket, really landing. Cement bricks of Vicente Luque. Look at that. Game Bread firing back early, catches him with the right, goes downstairs to the bread basket and lands. Game Bread always game, as the name would suggest. Went from fighting in the backyard to the biggest stage of all time. 3:30 remaining in this opening round. Pudgy, what do you make so far?
Oh, man. Kai is doing a really good job of maintaining his strikes as well, too. Brady is doing a really, really excellent job as, you know, these crazy strikes that Masvidal like just possesses, man. And I think that like I'm not sure how these two would really match up like in real life between Masvidal and Luque, but I would say honestly, man, like just the way how Masvidal has always been, and he just has crazy knockout power, you know, just from the streets to the UFC, man. And man, you can never underestimate him at all, like at any point, whether depending on whatever division class that he's in. That man has a lot of power. But in this matchup between these two guys, Brady's doing a really good job of just doing what he needs to. And as we get flipped over.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is not good for him, though, even though he was having some early success. Kai now making the adjustments, pulls guard, flips him over into top mount, although there's a little bit of a scramble going on, now settling into that side control as he goes knee on belly. Bane, this is not good if you are Brady.
No, not at all. Smart Brady really feeling the aggression that Kai is bringing early, really leading the exchanges, has the blue corner been through 4. And I just respect the control against a game opponent in Smart Brady. Smart Brady, a guy who is used to dictating the pace. Kai telling him now, no, it's my time.
Yeah, sure. Riding out top position nicely is Kai. Looking to obviously implement some nice control time, and I think that it was a smart game plan after that early success you were talking about with Brady a moment ago there.
Good denial there.
30 seconds left in this opening round of 3, 15 minutes to decide who is going to win the featured fight on the main card. Kai looking like a world breaker tonight. Smart Brady's chin getting touched up again. We've talked about the beard not helping.
Oh my God, that ground and pound right there, bro. Just imagine if those were elbows. Just imagine. You miss those? You remember when in UFC 3 where you just had those double elbows, just yank, 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 and then next thing you know, somebody's out of there.
I have to completely agree with you. I had forgotten they existed until yesterday in the tournament. I was like, whoa.
Raining down elbows, brother. Those elbows used to counter Brady with the rock and knockdown.
Masvidal coming on strong. Smart Brady knocks down Kai.
This might be it, brother.
Can he survive? Can he survive?
One more strike could do it. Kai almost out of here.
Kai survives.
Cyrus, what a turn of events.
How is he still in this fight? The durability of Kai showing through as he gets that judo throw. Now finds himself in side saddle, and he's going to continue to ride out position. He needs this with 3 minutes 50 on the clock there, Pudgy, and such early adversity.
This isn't good. That's not good.
Oh, this is exactly what Kai wants. Smart Brady feeling the ground and pound like he did in the first 5. Kai trying to return the favor after getting folded like an actual blanket earlier in the second round. Minute and a half has transpired, and the mount is there for the blue corner.
Nice head movement, but eating too many shots. This is dangerous now if you're Brady. After such early success, this has got to be a little bit deflating. With the denial is Kai, the brutal ground and pound about to follow.
You can see not a lot of framing, just hiding behind the guard is Smart Brady, wearing these on the forearms. I just don't know how much longer he can take this.
Yeah, I mean, even if he can survive it. I mean, the thing is, this eats at your block, if I'm not incorrect there, Pudgy, as well, right, brother? Even if he stands up, that's going to become problematic.
Yeah, that block is going to be super cheap. So, like, it's just because, like, think about it. So, remember in, like, anytime that you attack a certain area, whether it's the legs, the block, the head, right? You know, and the more times that you attack that area, the weaker that, you know, your block or your health will go down very, very quick. So I think with Brady, I think that he needs to just kind of stay on the outside. Try to mix it up as he gets pieced up.
Kai, this could be it.
Hitting him with his own 3-piece and a soda, sits him down now, raining forward with some brutal pressure, takes his back, and only getting worse for Brady here over the last 1 minute 15 of this round there, Bane.
Cyrez, now that you're mentioning a soda, I have to imagine Smart Brady could be drinking from a straw for a significant period of time after this one, taking a lot of damage to the head. But here he is, reversing the position, sitting in the fall guard now of Kai. Kai going for the Kimura. Will he get it? 50 seconds remain. Tracking appears to be there partially, not entirely though, Pudge.
Ooh, I would say for Kai, he probably could just get out of this one, but maybe he's just doing it for the, you know, for the control time, which is smart. And I think that that's probably what he's trying to do. But I would say for Brady, he could probably start the posture up, and he could probably rain down some quick strikes here before the round is over. But man, this shit's electric, man.
Oh, mate. He is firing forward with shots, emptying the gas tank and setting him down at the end of that round. These guys are not trying to leave it to the judges' scorecards so far. All action over the opening 10 minutes there, Bane, of this very, very fun and interesting fight on our main card.
You know, the only thing I can say, final 5 minutes, Gamebred needs to rally. Vicente Luque coming on strong. Kai looks impeccable. Almost a career best outside of a couple of slip-ups earlier in this fight, but here he is clinching with that plum.
For sure, man, for sure. Luque is doing a really good job of, you know, just surviving, man, because holy shit, man, he almost put Masvidal back on his ass again.
Oh, well, the answer's back with a lovely hook right there. Vicente Luque now marching forward.
There it goes. He's just doing 1-2, 1-2. He's now overcommitting. Doing a really good job.
Brady staying composed over the course of this, even with such adversity put his way, trying to look for an opportunity to get Luque hurt, but sat down once again. The power.
Oh, and the body, Kai mixing it up like a magician. Oh, that's got to be it. Smart Brady is down and out.
Oh,
wow. Vicente Luque announces himself. Kai steals the show.
Jeez.
Phenomenal work for Kai right there. He looked very, very good against a dangerous and game opponent in Brady. Really, really brought the action, landing those lovely power shots, hook, straight on the way down. There is no getting up for that one right there, Bane.
Not at all, and it's such a valiant effort is what I have to suggest to Smart Brady. There was so much adversity within those first 5 minutes from Kai. The control time, the takedowns, the grappling, everything reminded me, of course, of the previous fight with Khabib Nurmagomedov in Simple Beney. Just that dominance within the first round. Second round, though, Gamebred mixes it up, drops Kai, puts him onto the mat. However, consistency is key at this level. Gamebred not really one to make these moments stick. Kai was the one who largely dictated the pace and got the W tonight early in the third.
For sure. My man Kai definitely put on the clinic. He definitely did everything of what I said that he was going to do. Just mix everything up, and he just came out on top, man. Kai, he's a wonderful person. Much love to that guy. Hopefully I'll commentate with you at some point in life. I'm glad that I was in the booth with these guys to witness the murder that we just saw. But
now,
other than that, yeah.
moving onwards and upwards through Fight Night 9 Primetime MMA's ICB GreatMist versus My Pig in the main event of the evening. Cannot look over what is an impeccable co-main event. Dark Zyaf versus EK Dyno at 135.
Man.
Mate,
this is going to be very, very exciting.
All to play for. 5-round exhibition match between these two gentlemen here, both from very, very highly touted camps, both very well respected within the community. Of course, both long-term competitors of the promotion. Zyaf, we haven't seen him since UFC 3 days when he was on the Xbox consistently. Dyno, of course, previous primetime champion, now stepping forward in this exhibition match. It's an incredibly fun matchup in bantamweight there, guys. You know, Rob Font up against Dominic Cruz. I know these guys really, really like to get deep into the characters and, you know, utilize some of those custom animations, and I'm eager to see it get going there, Bane.
Talking about depth, the existing rivalry between the 51 fights that these two gentlemen have shared is 21 to Dyno, 30 to Zyaf, 9 differential. Who knows what those fights were about, but either way, we know each guy is a competitor. Oh, big stick there from Dyno.
Yeah, he's looking to land and really, really utilize that jab, I would imagine. Looks like Zyaf trying to utilize some of that beautiful head movement.
Oh,
for sure. I don't imagine this shit going to the ground at all. And if it does, someone's just going to get up and they're just going to keep scrapping hands. Because, man, like, I'll give credit to both guys here. I'll start off with Zyaf. Zyaf, that man is just, he's a legend within himself, man. There's been plenty of times that I've seen that man compete, and time and time and time again, he's a fan favorite. He's loved in the community. He has my respect. Zyaf, you out there, bro. Much love to you, brother. Same thing that goes for Dyno, man. Dyno, he's very exciting to watch. You know, he's one of the legends of the game as well too. He has a very, very strong input on how the game is these days. And I just can't. I don't know. I just have so much mutual respect for both of these guys, man. It's like, it's very entertaining.
Understandably so, Pudgy. Understandably so, brother. Both very, very high-level competitors, mixing it up tonight. all, you know, like there's no stakes on the line, a little bit of bragging rights, just trying to showcase their skills, of course, against each other. Beautiful, beautiful dance partners to do so across from their Bane as we see these guys duke for position, playing that footsies, lots and lots of feints. Beautiful, beautiful striking thus far.
Such a chess match. Each guy a very careful and crafty competitor. Big switch hook there, though, and then digs to the body. Zyaf mixes it up to the midsection like no other. Brutalizes the body. Those ribs are going to be on a plate tomorrow. That's baby back, Cyrez.
Yes, he's doing a great job of mixing it up with the feints. Now ripping to the body once again. Honestly, I am loving the feints and the footwork so far on display from these guys. That uppercut was close, but Zyaf landing.
EK Dyno suffering a little bit as we approach the final seconds of the first round of 5, potentially, if it gets there. EK Dyno knows that the EK camp is undefeated tonight. Let's see if he continues the streak, or can Zyaf break it?
Looks like Zyaf's looking very clean, ripping to the body, but you've got to be careful. Dyno MMA has those uppercuts on demand, so any kind of unset up ones are going to start to be answered with brutal effect.
You know, interesting that Dyno went with the Rob Font pick, right? Font very crafty with the hands, kicking game really decent as well. But with the kicks that Dyno utilizes, I would have figured a Dillashaw pick at bantamweight could have been more of his style. You can see here, though, Cruz being utilized effectively by Zyaf through the first 5.
Yeah, some people maybe underrate Dominic Cruz a little bit due to the lack of power in his hands, but so far Zyaf is doing phenomenally well with him, Pudgy, and looking very, very clean.
Yeah, for sure, man. Dyno's done a really good job of mixing up those body strikes. He's really implementing that rear kick to Zyaf's lead leg. That health on it is not really looking so good, so I think that either he could maybe start to pull up a little bit of a switch up, or start coming back with some of his own things here.
Big opening by Zyaf in the first moments of the second round, Cyrez.
Yeah, loving the switch stances from Zyaf. He's trying to utilize some of those unique lunging hook animations of Dominic Cruz as well, but Dyno MMA has seen them all before, so not getting caught out as that front kick lands. Pudgy.
Head movement from Cruz there. The Dominator not getting touched up. Goes down to the midsection, tickles the belly button of EK Dyno.
Nice teep so far from Dyno. These guys are managing range beautifully there, Pudgy. Very, very high level kind of chess battle on display so far in the striking realm. You love to see it.
Yes, sir. And I'm not going to lie to you, Si. I'm actually glad that you guys actually put this 5-round exhibition match in here, because this actually starts to maybe pave the way for some potential ones in the future.
Yeah,
I think what Font needs to do is invest in the leg kicks. Can't get a chance to. EK Dyno down. First knockdown of the fight, courtesy of a Dominic Cruz head kick. Zyaf looking to push the pace a little bit more now, Cyrez.
Yeah, lovely work with the leg kick as well. That's going to be brutal. He switches stances. Still going to be problematic. I imagine Dyno's just going to chop at the right leg as well, but looks like Zyaf's trying to answer back with some of these fast hands of Dominic Cruz, Bane, and he has to stay on his bike if he's going to avoid any of this damage that's coming his way.
Zyaf really has to be careful about the head kick now, right? Once your legs get cracked and you get tested downstairs, as I say it, big head kick from EK Dyno. Rob Font coming on in the pocket.
Absolutely loving the displays that are on show so far, Pudgy. Looking very technical. Loving the lunging straights. You know how much I love those attacks.
Yes, for sure, bro. For sure. Zyaf did a good job of doing that. That was what, the lunging straight with the lead body hook is what I saw? Or was it the other way around?
I think it was a lead lunging straight into lunging straight into the body kick. There's so many options off those lunging jabs and lunging straights, and so far Zyaf utilizing them very well. The staminas are starting to get a little bit affected with all of these body shots that these guys are able to implement on each other, as we see a lunging jab. Mate, I mean, it's so far back and forth work has been incredible, Pudgy.
Yes, sir. He gave him the 1-2 biscuit downstairs real quick. So he decided to say, hey, listen, I'm just going to check this out real quick.
That biscuit was buttered. Looks like it is. Rob Font coming forward. Zyaf stunned. We know the health stats of Cruz are sometimes a little concerning. 20 seconds remain in the second round. Likely going to see a third. Big head kick, though, on EK Dyno.
Yeah, doing great work. I mean, these guys both so high level. The error or the margin for error is incredibly small. Both guys capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes with absolute precision. 1-2 with the biscuit. No, honestly, these guys, it's an absolute pleasure to call this. Once again, these guys, seeing them back in here, throwing hands. Honestly, utilizing the picks of Rob Font and Dominic Cruz masterfully this evening.
Look at that big hook lands for Zyaf early in the third. Head movement in the pocket. A little bit glitchy, but still there, avoiding so many good strikes. Rob Font, though, really picking his shots, being selective as the sniper of EK Dyno would be. Pudge, what do you think? Oh, a little bit of a moment there. And a question mark kick. Zyaf just eating these shots. What is going on?
Oh, my God, man. Oh, good head kick by Zyaf. Mr. Beney, what were you saying?
Guys. You can see total strikes landed, 92 for Font, 80 for Cruz. Pudge, what do you make so far of this fight?
I would say, honestly, man, this has just really just been, it's very back and forth, man. Like, I can't say.
Oh.
Ooh. Jeez, I just got interrupted by a front kick salad.
Hope there's some ranch dressing on it to make it go down even easier. Dyno eats it like a dream.
Now chopping up that right leg as well, brother. These guys are honestly leaving it all out there. This is only the third round with another potential.
Oh!
Oh.
Second knockdown of the fight. Once again, EK Dyno meets the mat. Zyaf looking to potentially put an end to the night in the third. 3 minutes left to work. A lot of time left for the blue corner. Red corner head health. Not really there, Cyrus.
So the head health starting to become a little bit problematic. Obviously, the power of Rob Font is also very, very high as well. So if he can land on Dominic Cruz's chin, going to start to rock him back, as you see. Honestly, it's so back and forth and so kind of minimal. The error, or the margin for error, as I alluded to a moment ago, either guy can really sit down on each other over the next 12 minutes and put each other's lights out. I don't think it's going to take too many more clean shots there, Bane, to close the show out.
I bet Zyaf is probably thinking internally, man, I wish Dominic Cruz had a couple more flash KOs on the record. That punch power is just not entirely helpful. He's done such good work and landed at such a high clip to so many good places. But there's that punch power.
Yes, there you go. It's going to be a little bit problematic when you lean off into it. And that's what Zyaf was able to set up right there. The left hook to the head, now pressuring forward.
Big moment for him. Not capitalized on, Pudge.
Yeah. Good job to Zyaf for those teeps, and he did a really good job of doing those feints, because he was just kind of getting Dyno to kind of circle around a little bit, and then he just calculated that hit. Really good job on Zyaf.
See some of those Ramiro-esque kind of pivots that he was utilizing a moment ago.
Front kick salad to the face. He's giving the 1-2 biscuits to the body. He's trying to make sure that he gets the the shoulder on the side.
But he wants to feed him. Zyaf knows. EK Dyno is hungry. Zyaf looking to be the cook tonight. 20 seconds remain in the third. Will we be seeing the championship grounds?
It looks like we're going to get there.
Yeah, it was hard to imagine that they wouldn't have gone this way. Such high-level players in the striking realm, even though they're able to have such opportunities for offensive onslaughts, they also have the defensive capabilities to make sure they're only absorbing a certain percentage of the damage coming their way. So both guys playing the game beautifully so far, having massive amounts of success back and forth there, Bane. All to play for as we come into the fourth round there, brother.
Absolutely, and you have to think Zyaf has had the bigger moments with the lone 2 knockdowns of this fight. Big check, though, there from Dyno. Needs to kick it into gear and put Zyaf on the mat now.
See, there goes that oblique kick.
You can see Zyaf in the Twitch chat putting on a show. He's multitasking tonight. Big front kick from Zyaf. EK Dyno on the ropes.
Jeez, man. Both. See, like I said, man.
EK Dyno's in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. Whoever, listen, man. This is what I'll say. You can't get mad whoever wins or loses at this, because this is just something. Big
moment for Dyno.
It's just epic, and I'm glad I'm here for it.
3 minutes 35 left on this fourth round. The knee misses and the straight lands.
EK Dyno knocked down for the third time, has had some moments within this fourth round, but needs to make it more consistent. Big rock there from him. Font coming forward, kicking the legs out from under Zyaf. The dark member dancing around, grooving and moving, catches the chin of EK Dyno.
Jeez.
Oh, and the front kick lands.
To the face. Could this be it, guys? Is this it? Is this it?
I don't think they're going to follow up on the ground. I think there's a gentleman's agreement for striking tonight, looking to put a showcase on for their skills in this exhibition match. No titles on the line, just looking to showcase their skills as they are doing so. 2 minutes 20 on the clock, and another rock for EK Dyno.
These guys are rock'em sock'em robot action is what we are getting. Can't wait to see some of the photos that EK Dyno is going to make from this, because he's kind of taking pictures a little bit, just standing in front of Cruz a bit too much. Needs to be more active with the footwork and move laterally around the octagon, exactly what Cruz is doing, or plant and go for the legs just like that. Big head kick, partially blocked from Zyaf.
Very, very good by Dyno by doing that oblique kick. See, I'm telling you, man, when you time those just right, it sets a whole different pace off, man. He did a really good job of just utilizing that, because he knew for certain that Zayav's leg was messed up.
This is so dangerous. Bane, I think you've got to agree, brother. The head health of Zyaf looking really, really suspect at this point in the fight. Within moments, it may be within permanent blinking range there.
Each guy is but a combination away from going to sleep. A well-deserved rest it will be. This has been a true show and a performance. Zyaf caught by the hook there once again. Rob Font, power in the hands, has got cinder blocks at the end of the arms. Let's see what he can do. 30 seconds remaining in this fourth round. Cruz still moving pretty well on those compromised legs. Big stick though from Font.
We may need to get Rob Font's gloves checked after this one.
12 seconds remains. Zyaf, good head movement within the pocket. Pudge, how do you make this last round of it go? How do you make this? Bit of a verbal plunder there. Pudge, take it away.
It's all good, brother. Listen, that's me every day. Honestly, man, very electric on both sides, man. Like, I think that Zyaf is doing a really good job of just surviving, man. Same thing for Dyno. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
These guys...
Stamina equation largely in Zyaf's favor.
Yeah, I was going to say, these guys so far emptying everything they can. We're in the fifth and final rounds, 4 minute 30 odd on the clock. And so far, both guys looking incredible over the stretch. But right now, a little bit worse for wear there, Bane, as they get a little bit tired. And the damage starting to mount up over the course of those last 4 rounds.
EK Dyno doubling up on the body and then going to the head with that left hand moments ago, but still this action is intense. We're moving forward, onwards and upwards. Here comes a combination from Zyaf. 350 remain in the fight. It is insanely hard to tell who is winning. I think Zyaf's probably gotten more rounds in the pocket. Big stick with that left hand. Here comes the Dominator.
He is marching forward. Dominic Cruz is one of my favorite picks in bantamweight. The options, the movement, the strikes that are available from you. But you've got to be careful right there. Dyno planting on those shots, brother.
All right, guys, I am back.
The body destroyer EK Dyno is. Eats one of those hooks and is down. I don't know how these guys are still standing.
I don't know either, man. I just came back to some crazy shit. Let's get it.
Big lunging straight lance. Cyrus, you must have loved that combination.
Honestly, beautiful work. He's utilizing the lunging strikes with absolute masterful precision, which is what you want to see when you're Dominic Cruz. The ability to be unorthodox, high variance in your striking options is exactly where he needs to be. Obviously, Dyno's doing a great job so far. Look at that leg kick.
EK Dyno coming forward. The stamina is compromised. The cardiovascular system has been tested and did not pass that test late in this fifth round. Head health not there as well. Pudge, what do you think Font needs to do?
Jeez, man. I think that Dyno can just play on the outside. But if he's not careful, man, because that stamina is killed. But one thing I would give him for certain, man, he definitely clipped my man Zyaf on the cha-cha slide back. So I would say this right here, this is just going, I feel like this can go the distance, as crazy as it looks.
Zyaf,
man,
trying to put him on the electric slide, really bringing the intensity. The lightning and thunder from the dark member has been frequent within this one, breaking the block of EK Dyno. Dyno has nothing in the tank, Cyrus.
No, definitely not, but it doesn't look like Zyaf has too much either. Just to reference as well, it looks like the master of the lunging strikes in talk himself is approving of the lunging strikes this evening. He sits him down. The front kick salad, as you say there, Pudgy, and marching forward. This is beautiful work from Zyaf.
Zyaf, will he push for the stoppage? I think one more combination, he can get it. 10 seconds remain. One big strike from each corner. Let's see if someone throws it.
Jeez.
Nope. Little anticlimactic, but hey, what an incredible fight. All 25 minutes have transpired. EK Dyno versus Dark Zyaf. Wow. That was a beautiful, beautiful fight.
Yeah, what a display of striking we had on case for us this evening. The winner by unanimous decision is the Zyaf himself, Dark member. Yeah, phenomenal performance. You guys put on one hell of an exhibition match, and absolute honor to call it. Cannot wait to see you guys potentially throw down in the future, or obviously whatever performances await you in your competitive journey. But an incredible fight this evening for our co-main event of the evening. And I mean, Bane, this really does just kind of set us up perfectly for that main event.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
This was the appetizer for an incredible entree, 48-47 to Zyaf. And you could see this was such an even fight. What a contested experience this was. But the knockdowns in several of those mid-round exchanges really stole those rounds for Zyaf. I have to think, if I'm EK Dyno, I'm like, man, I could have had that one. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, primetime MMA fans around the world, it is time for Fight Night 9's main event. ICB GreatMist versus God Ate My Pig.
Yes, sir, brother. Yes, sir. This is an incredible fight. The winner of this one goes ahead to fight the one and only true champion himself, EK Trixie, next weekend. All to play for. I know both guys are incredibly hungry for that belt. So with this Vitor Marvin Vettori pick, you know it's going to be an incredible matchup there. One and only Pudgy, brother.
Man, I'm excited for this. Like I said, I know both of these guys very well. Miss is my guy. Max is my dog. Man, listen. One thing I'll say for certain, man. Miss and TRT is a dangerous combination.
That's a tough combo.
That's all I'm going to say that for now.
Starting out quickly here, Bane throwing leather in the pocket.
The Italian Dream knocks down GreatMist. Whew. Early knockdown in round one, not what you want to see if you are from the blue corner. Big spinning offering though lands on God Ate My Pig. Pig checks that offering from Belfort.
For sure, man. One thing you got to understand about with Miss, he knows how to time that spinning kick very well. So if you're not really careful with how he plays, I would say you need to watch some of his gameplay. But even still, even when you watch plenty of tape, you do anything like that, doesn't matter when you get to the bright lights. Things could be a completely different scenario for you.
For sure,
At
great.
his weight, 185, one punch can change the complexion of its Cyrez.
It really can, and I was just going to put the attention to that. Oh, the bobblehead himself, able to get off the shots. His head movement, his forward pressure, those leg kicks, all could be problematic. Both guys having early success as God Ate My Pig tries to answer back. Bane. Very exciting. Open in 2 minutes.
Back and forth. Vettori coming forward. GreatMist eating the hands of the Italian Dream. Pig trying his best. Beautiful moment ago. GreatMist baited the body. He leaned back so that God would go downstairs and then came in with that rear uppercut. What a high IQ play that was midway through the first. This one has been exciting.
One thing I just caught on, man, you called him the Italian Dream Pig. Because holy shit, man, he is out here serving the pork and beans on this. Let's get it.
Oh, the pull counter once again. GreatMist, TRT, Vitor Belfort, Jesus, spin kicks, all there. These guys are throwing down over the course of the opening 3 minutes of this first round, but now God Ate My Pig in. That side control that we saw is so dangerous from this man. Elbows being rained down.
Each guy a southpaw. 90 seconds remain in this first round. The reach is even on both sides. Stand-up would be in the slight edge to the phenom Vitor Belfort, carrying 94 punch power compared to the Vettori 89, but still the Italian Dream. It's all about timing and precision, catching GreatMist several times.
Yes, sir. One thing I've noticed on Max here is that his right leg is kind of getting messed up here. And I'm not entirely sure how his Vettori switch stance is, but I think that Max might need to do some small adjustments there anytime that there's a leg kick that's involved, but mainly at the time of how Mist kind of mixes it up. it's kind of hard to vary time that. So obviously this is good. Yeah, for sure.
The Vettori switch stance is 80. The Belfort switch stance is 87. So slight edge, but no switch stance needed. Big knockdown to conclude the first 5 minutes of our main event of the evening.
All action over the course of those 5 minutes there, being absolutely throwing leather start to finish. Wouldn't have expected anything less from these two competitors. Absolutely outstanding opening round. Pudgy, you've got to imagine much the same as we progress into the next couple that are scheduled, brother.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think that it's very, very even on both sides. There goes that 1-2 combination.
Big thing to think about is the recovery stats. Vettori has an 84 recovery. Vettori has 94. Belfort has 84. 10-point differential in the recovery. Coming off the stool, the Italian Dream is going to be a heck of a lot quicker.
Definitely is, as he gets the knockdown once again. The lead upper landing, now the slam, high amplitude from God Ate My Pig, and in that favored side control once again. This is horrible positioning if you are Belfort. GreatMist having all he can handle.
His head touched the ceiling with that suplex, I think, Pud.
Yeah, almost. If he would have lifted him any higher, bro, he probably would have gone through the roof by now.
He planted in the ceiling. 3:15 remaining in the second round. Very closely contested, but look at this. Short elbows on the inside, having a high impact. GreatMist. Head health not really there. God Ate My Pig doing such good work.
And you've got to think there, Pudgy, that as this goes on, if he continues to maintain those head damage, that's only going to play into his favor in those big brawling exchanges they've had on the feet. Now, obviously with GreatMist on top, he's going to have to look to utilize much the same, but
the Phenom likely going to be looking to get back to the feet. 3.5-star grappling overall to the Vettori. 4.5. I can't imagine that Belfort wants to play around on the match with Marvin Vettori. But look at this, good denials from GreatMist.
One thing I've noticed about with Mist that he can make anything work with any fighter. That kid's always learning. He's always improving. He's always looking to take his game to another step. Same thing with Max. I've known Max for quite some time as well too. In my early PrimeTime days, and just kind of getting a chance to know him, and briefly being in BSD for a while. Just knowing how Max
this is it.
Play style is.
Sorry. All these shots were stacking up. I didn't mean to interrupt you, brother, but look how dangerous this is. The head health very, very much blinking. One or two more, and that's all she wrote.
GreatMist somehow surviving. Wow, Vitor Belfort, that head health is literally a centimeter on my screen. This could be it. One more will do it. God Ate My Pig could be walking home the winner of Primetime MMA's Fight Night 9. But here comes the Phenom. GreatMist not going away without a great fight.
The only thing keeping him going is the power of Jesus. He's holding on to everything he can.
Will it be enough? This is tough, and that is it! God Ate My Pig silences GreatMist with 11 seconds remaining in the second round. The TKO comes courtesy of a big barrage of strikes. The Italian Dream rises even higher.
Jeez, man.
Absolutely beautiful work from God Ate My Pig. He executed the game plan beautifully, wasn't backing down to the brawling exchanges, worked excellently on the ground. That all culminated in a phenomenal performance, an incredibly action-packed main event there, guys, and we now know who's going to be facing Trixie next week, next Saturday, 2:30 Eastern. On Saturday, as I mentioned, said Saturday twice, but it's going to be Max himself. As you said, the Italian Dream looking phenomenal this evening there, Bane.
Absolutely, man. This has been an impeccable card. Primetime MMA Fight Night 9. That preliminary card, all of those fights that were down there before we even graced the main event were just picture perfect. You saw so many notable performances. MysticMac with that comeback for the ages, the 30-second knockout, the performance of the night, at least in my opinion, from Carter with that John Bones Jones. I mean, man, if you aren't a fan of Primetime MMA, what are you doing?
Brother. I would say, honestly, man, I probably had to pick out maybe a couple of people throughout this, but I don't want to hold anybody up. But Magical Cloud, that one right there,
Was that purple Urkle? Was that the 30-second knockout?
Yeah,
Yes.
the 5 seconds was it not something crazy? I don't know. It was a fast ass knockout, but I'll give you that. But no, this has been a phenomenal night of fights, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely pleasure to call it alongside yourself there, Bane, and obviously Pudgy. Excellent to have you making your debut this evening there, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys. I did have somewhat of the calm jitters, but I think I'll be all right after this. So I think I'll be cool.
You did great. You did great, brother. You did great. Once again, I'd like to take a moment to thank each and every single one of you that has stopped by and that supported the events tonight. Hopefully you've enjoyed the fights. I don't know how you couldn't have. If you haven't already, if you're new to this community, make sure to hit the follow button, follow the socials, join up the Discord, get involved yourself. We have an everybody welcome format. Train with the best, become the best. Really try to showcase your skills no matter where they're at, and obviously try to take those steps forwards. We have many more fun fights coming up. Next one now, of course, will be Saturday 2:30 Eastern, as we mentioned. Until then, stay safe. Much love.
Well, one thing I might have to talk about before the broadcast concludes. Keep your calendars out, ladies and gentlemen. July 7th, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, the Bane Invitational will be commencing. Notable figures in that include EK Dyno, GreatMist will be fighting on that 12-man tournament. There is a cash prize on the line. Please be there.
Yes, for sure.
Tuning in.
I mean, if you're not, like I say, clear your diaries. I would hoping to have the graphic up, but I had some issues before the stream. We'll make sure to get it up next time. It's got some beautiful graphics, courtesy of the one and only Mr. Humpledink, I do believe. And honestly, I'm very much looking forward to that event, man. You've got some killers lined up, excellent commentary team lined up, and looks to be a very fun show indeed. It has been a pleasure though, guys. You all have a lovely evening. We're going to hit up a raid and obviously show the love within the community, so let them know that PrimeTime sent you. But until then, stay safe. Much love. Peace out.
Peace out, guys.